Alright, good morning gamers! Welcome back to the show. I am your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today, we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Tyria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there! We are back on the EU servers, visiting our friends from across the pond. It is a very special day, because it is a Tuesday, and also because the new Plushie campaign started today. Which, it is already pinned at the top of the chat, but for any of you that are interested, the latest, my latest project has come to fruition, and it is this little guy right here. Oh, the green screen is making part of him invisible. There we go. It's this little guy right here, and there is a pin at the top of the chat if you guys are interested in this. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you just listening to me. But that guy is available for purchase if you're interested in having one. As long as we move at least 200 of them, then they all get produced and shipped out. If we sell less than 200, then everybody gets 100% refunded. But hopefully it does well. The last one we did was the Asura. That one we sold 750, so well above the 200 mark. So we will see how it does. But I'll be plugging that periodically throughout the week. Speaking of plushies, my two are being held hostage at customs. Yeah, they're held hostage at customs? Like, what does that mean, Sam? Do you just need to, like, go pick them up? What does that mean? Tutugon says, Mug, is it true that Silk Song difficulty is bad? It is very, very tough. Tutugon, to give you some examples, when you start the game, your max health is 5. You have 5 hit points. Many bosses hit you for 2 damage. That means your third mistake kills you. It's very intense. The places where you fast travel are not always next to saving points. The places where you save are not always anywhere near fast travel. So the bosses do not have respawn points near their rooms. So like if you get to a boss and die, you might have to run a gauntlet just to be allowed to try the boss again, which is, in my opinion, the most frustrating thing. Like, I don't mind dying to a boss over and over and over and over, but I do mind, like, the long run backs. And it's got hard bosses and long run backs. Yeah, it's quite tough. We're in Act 2 of the game right now. I believe there's 2 or 3 acts. So we're getting there. But, yeah, it is very challenging. It also has that minor Dark Souls mechanic, or, like, if you die, you drop all your resources. And then you got to get back to your body without dying again to retrieve them. And if you die a second time before you pick them up, they all go poof. So that's a thing too. Yeah, it's pretty tough. San says I have to pay a ransom. Taxes. Didn't you already pay taxes when you bought the plushie? I don't know how customs works where you live. Doesn't work like that here. Where are you from? Muck, if you get the go-ahead from ArenaNet to make plushies freely, what are your top 5 ideas to make? If ArenaNet gave me the permission I've been asking for a couple months, the first one, which I think would sell the most, is Baby Oreen. That would be the #1 thing. Hang on a sec. There's a certain image I wanna pull up. Okay, so one that looks as close to like this as possible, but like, chibi plushie. So probably the head would stay big and the body would be squished down in size a bit. So like this would be what I'm thinking. But that would be one. I think another one that would do really well would be Blish. Like a little Blish. That would probably be I've got a dozen, like literally around 12 ideas for different plushies. I think Baby Oreen will be the one that's the most successful, and I think Blish after that. And there's a handful of other ones. Like, that new pineapple choya? Like, that might sell if it were like a cute plushie. But need their go-ahead. Plushie Joko. I don't know if Plushie Joko... I feel like Funko Pop Joko is the least popular one of the Funko Pop line. Like, he's a wrinkly old dude. I don't know how that would go. Probably too early for this question. I was curious, what is your ad revenue like between Twitch and YouTube? Which is more lucrative? I would say on YouTube, 99% of the money I make is from ads. And on Twitch, most of the money I make is from, like, subs and bits. And then I make a little bit from ads. And on YouTube, I make a little bit from, like, memberships. But the ad revenue on YouTube is definitely better 9 months out of 10. And that's just because YouTube has a better algorithm. Have you ever gotten, okay, those of you who watch me on Twitch, have you ever gotten an ad that makes no damn sense? Like, you don't live in a French country, but you get an ad in French? Or, like, you'll get, like, a Red Bull ad 3 times in a row? Like, stuff like that. So, YouTube has a better algorithm that they spent billions of dollars on for their ads. So, like, if you're watching a video on, like, something about babies, it might give you an ad on, like, buy these diapers. Or, you know, buy this formula. You know, something baby related. Like, they've got a decently intelligent ad system that will try to give you something that you might be interested in. Twitch doesn't have that. Twitch is just like, yeet, and just throws random ads at you all the time. So because of that, yeah, YouTube has got a better ad system for the creator. I just get one ad on repeat for a week on Twitch. And part of the reason for that is that so many advertisers have pulled out of Twitch. So many of them have been like, all right, you guys are not taking care of your house. Call us when you've fixed some stuff, and they've pulled out. So that means the remaining ones are getting, just blasted on repeat. Another common one I get is Fanta in prison. Fanta in prison. What? Day 20 of asking if I could pick up 2 swords, go unga bunga. Noted, Tame. I'm from Asia and I get less ads on Twitch. I had one about condoms at one point. Another bag cleaning stream. We still got time. The bags aren't even dirty yet. I finally got my hubby to play Guild Wars 2 with me, and we both grabbed the Guildhall XP boost. I noticed his XP he earns is half of what I get with the boost. Do you know if there's a reason for that? I started a new character with him, so we're both leveling together. We both noticed I started leveling faster than him. You both? Okay, so one, you're not using boosters. Do you have the rested buff from, like, logging out in a different place than he is? Like, you log out in the city and he doesn't? Achievements XP boost? Fire Emblem Buster guild boost. I was just curious to give him some foods. I don't know off the top of my head. Like, I can make some guesses like I just did, but off the top of my head, I don't know what you did. I'm not sure. Show me the gobblers. Get that, and gunk-covered pellets with the Dragonite ore. Okay. Let's go through the other characters that are logged out. Warrior Muck. Did never notice that before yesterday. Okay. How long are you streaming for? Is it like one continuous stream or another one later for giveaway stuff? I will be streaming for about 4 hours. And then I'll be back for the evening stream later this evening. My schedule is every evening from 7 p.m. to midnight. That's 7 days a week. And then on weekdays, I do have a morning stream from 10 to 2 Eastern time in the morning. And this is my morning stream. It is 10:20 a.m. here. Is there a hidden XP boost for new accounts? The only thing I can think of is when you do the stuff in the, what is it, adventure journal? Like those little tutorial achievements that are like, you know, dodge your first attack, stuff like that. They give a ton of XP. So there's those. YouTube also has a better algorithm than Netflix. I still get annoyed when they add anime that I want to watch, but only offer them in languages I don't understand. Why not offer English subs at least? I haven't had Netflix for a couple years now, so I didn't know about that. That's funny. Speaking of anime, hold on, I'm gonna weave out for a second. Someone recommended me one called Clevates the other day, and so the other night I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Dang, there is some and I don't mean haname. When I say this, like there is adult themes, like a bit of Berserk, a bit of Claymore, like it is violent, violent and adult. Clevates is graphic, yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm 6 episodes in right now. What did I go do? What did I walk into? What's up, Tokizo? No, I was saying I watched it. I've been trying an anime one of y'all recommended called Clevates. I said it's very adult, and I don't mean haname when I say adult. I mean like Berserk and things like that when I say adult. You should know better than to accept anime recommendations from strangers. Well, of course I read the little thing. Like, for example, Shugo recommended me one, and it was like, I got hit by a truck, and I was reincarnated in another world as a vending machine. And I was like, I don't know if I want to try this one. Freaking isekai vending machine. So I never actually pulled the trigger on that one. But this one, I was like, oh yeah, this looks fun. Then like 2 episodes in, I'm like, oh my god. Try Tondemo skill, isekai something something. It's real easygoing, no ecchi at all, I don't think. Tondemo skill? Hang on. Oh, is that the one where the guy's like cooking in another world? Yeah, no, that one's fun. Yeah, I have seen that one. Yeah. That one's very feels good. Have you ever heard of One Piece? Man, I got into One Piece as a kid, like 80 years ago, and I watched it all the way up till I was caught up, which was the end of the Doflamingo arc. And I kind of like forgot about it for a while, and now there's like another 500 episodes. Are you watching anything from current season? Sakamoto Days Season 2, I'm watching. What else? Hang on. I've got some bookmarks. Dan to Dan. Watching that one. Hold on a sec. Is this what I'm thinking of? Oh, Gachiakura? I don't know if I'm saying that one right. That one's been really interesting. That one's a really unique story. That's a current one that I'm watching. Waiting for Dan to Dan to finish before I start. Yo, Dan to Dan is almost as weird as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, in any given episode, the amount of what is pretty high. Gachi what now? Gachiakura? Gachiakura, that one, it's like, okay, there's this thing that's kind of a reoccurring theme in a whole bunch of different animes where it's like, if an object is like cared for and cherished and beloved for a long time, like many generations, it gains a soul. So like, you know, it might be like a family sword or something. And this one is kind of like, it's kind of like that. So like there are people that if they cherish an object for long enough, that person gains powers with that object in their possession, and they're called givers. And then there's this one kid who hates seeing stuff thrown away. Like he'll pull things out of the trash and clean them up and stuff like that. And he ends up getting the ability to kind of take an item and give it like one last hurrah. Like if an item's purpose was to like defend someone, it will become this super powered, insane defensive tool with magical abilities for like a few minutes, and then it like crumbles to dust. You know, stuff like that. And like they live in a world where there's like this one city like high up in the clouds where basically like, you know, the pompous people live. But then anytime they have trash, they just throw it off the side of the city. So the whole like earth below them is just like a wasteland dump. Toxic fumes and stuff like that. And he ends up getting accused of a crime he didn't commit and thrown off the city into the dump. And he's trying to live down there, and it's a very different world. But it's a very high quality animation. It looks really good. New plushie. Yeah, new plushie! Exclamation plushie in the chat if you want a link. Yes! I am very excited to bring it to you. Yeah, this little dude, based on the channel logo, who green screen is hiding him again. He is, he's got his own commercial, and he is available if you are interested, and he's very smug, and he would like to go home with you. And I have way too many of them, so I hope you take one. Yes, I don't need a link. Well, maybe someone else needs a link. I gotta move these things. But yeah, you're gonna hear me plugging it, and you're gonna like it. If you like video game anime, look into Sword Art Online. Saw that one. Solo Leveling, I read that one. Log Horizon, I haven't seen that one. Solo Leveling is my favorite of all time anime. I read all of Solo Leveling. I know the whole story. I haven't watched it yet. But I have seen some clips floating around YouTube. I know it was received well. Do you ship to the free country? I don't know what that means, but they've got worldwide shipping. I think we ship everywhere. I think it's $8 for worldwide shipping. Full Metal Alchemist OG or Brotherhood is worth a watch every couple years. I have seen both all the way through. What about the tariffs? At the moment, they're unaffected. So, okay, the Makeship, which makes the plushies, their base of operations is in Canada, but their manufacturing is in China. And whenever the tariffs affect the price, they let me know. But if the tariffs are like really minor, they just eat the cost and they don't change the cost for you guys. So right now, the plushie is the exact same price as it was when we did the last round of plushies with the Asuras. Campfire Cooking, Another World, My Absurd Skill, warning it's one of those you get hungry watch it. I've seen, yeah, I've seen that one, Skyring, and yeah, that one's fun. It makes me smile. That one's feel good, like a feel good one. Have you watched All Devouring Whale? I don't know that one. Have you seen Lord of Mysteries? I have not seen that one. That's like Linus merch. Linus? Like Tech Tips? Didn't he make a screwdriver or something? I don't know if my plushies are nearly that useful. Good afternoon, Muckapeepos. What's up? Hellsing Ultimate Abridged by Team 4-Star. I saw Hellsing Ultimate. I haven't seen Abridged. Muck, have you seen the updates for Valheim? Didn't they have a commercial with like a bear or something? I think I remember seeing a really cheesy commercial for them. Let's see. It's time to bring Call to Arms from the PTB and into Valheim proper. As always, a huge thank you to everyone who has tested already, and a grand welcome to all new players. Ready for a fight. Call to Arms public test. What about One Punch Man? It's gotten ahead of me. There was a period of time where I would say I had read and watched all of it, but it's gotten ahead of me. Muck, do you own any gaming console? Just my PC. Well, that's not true. Hold on a sec. There is... Okay. In a closet somewhere in my house, I have one of these. It requires you to take the cartridge and go... But that's it. Muck, are you ever gonna play Abiotic Factor? It's my favorite survival game ever. Maybe someday. I take lots of recommendations. Commercial with a bear or something. My mind immediately wandered to the outrage at BG3. That wasn't outrage, that was excitement. People were hype about that. Have you seen Free Run? Mm-hmm, that was good. I expected you to have a Sega. I did have a Nomad. Do you know about that? Hold on. There was a thing, okay. So, back when Nintendo came out, you know, Nintendo cartridges, let's say, were like these big squares, right? But if you got a Game Boy was like little itty bitty squares. So Sega made this thing called the Sega Nomad. And basically it was a handheld gaming thing. And it could play Sega Genesis cartridges. So you would take it, just shunk, the giant cartridge would go in the top. But it was backlit. And at the time, Game Boy wasn't even backlit. So you could play it like in the dark under a blanket and, you know, pretend that you were asleep and stuff like that. I did have one of these in a few games. Things like, you know, Altered Beast, Sonic, a couple of others. But, yeah, I mean, I mostly played this like in the car and stuff like that. But it didn't really take off. But I did have one. So I didn't have a Genesis, but I had Genesis games on a Nomad. Currently suffering through V Rising's Dracula on Brutal. Looking forward to see how you did it once I'm done. Avoiding spoilers from meta. Oh, what's that, Riku? I will not spoil you, so don't panic. I tried it for many hours, and finally I was like, okay, I have successfully figured out a way to see every phase of this guy, but I haven't been able to get a kill. At this point, I'm gonna spoil myself and see what other people did. And I looked at what this other guy did, and I was like, okay. And I then incorporated that, and I killed him on my next attempt. And I was so mad, because it like 7 hours. I was there 7.5 hours, I believe. Because I remember screaming, 7.5 hours! Yeah, it was, that one little change pushed me over from couldn't quite kill him to killing him. I had a Dreamcast when the CD covers were black and white. How many batteries did that thing gobble up? Oh, I plugged it in all the time. It drove my dad crazy, because like we'd get in the car, and I had the cigarette lighter adapter, and I'd be in the car, and like, my dad would like open the car door, I'd climb in, he'd close it, and before he could walk around to his side, like when he would open the driver's side door, my little arm holding the cigarette lighter thing would be up here, like waving it in his face, and he'd be like, "Would you let me buckle up?" You know, like anytime. Did you do that on his plane too? Yeah, I did. Yeah, anytime we'd go somewhere, I would be like waving the cigarette lighter, like, plug me in. I want a game. Plug me in, father, yes. Has anyone watched King's Avatar? I haven't seen that, no. Nomad, the eater of batteries? Yeah, I did. I had a rechargeable battery pack, and then I always would plug in as much as I could. Yeah, at home I was always a PC kid, so I didn't really play much at home, but if we were driving or flying somewhere, I would plug it in. Yeah. Let's see. My SNES is so well used by the whole family that the hatch broke off, so you could always see the cartridge in the console when playing. Did you see Heisen's new video? I have skimmed Heisen's new video, but you are like the 36th person to ask me that. And so I asked him the other day, and I was like, can I do like a live react, like a total scumbag, and like do a video so that people stop asking me if I've seen it? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. He goes, just skip the ending. It's like super sad at the end. And I was like, okay. So maybe sometime during this stream, we'll pause whatever we're doing and we'll watch this video of him memeing on me. As I know I'm in there going, oh, at some point. Now I want to know why it's sad. The TLDR, he's having troubles with his account, and he's having trouble getting people to help him fix it. So he's saying if he can't get it fixed, it'll be his last Guild Wars video. Have you seen the new video? Let me be the 37th. Oh my god. We'll see. I've done the one small thing in my power to help with that. I did, you know, kind of ping the people at ANET and said, hey, some people are having problems, and I sent them a link to his tweet. But I don't know if anything's going to come of it or not. It's still wild to me that cars used to come with an electric cigarette lighter. What a health-conscious time we have reached. Yeah, keep it, like, my family didn't smoke, right? So when I was growing up, every car had a cigarette lighter, but I was never in a car where anybody used it for its intended purpose, which was lighting a cigarette. But I had many little devices, like when cell phones first came out and they were like the brick, you could get a charging cable that plugged into the cigarette lighter, you know? When the what else? Like, you know, your early phone chargers could plug into the cigarette lighter. You know, Game Boy, like I said, just about anything small and electronic, you could get like a charging cable that just plugged into those things. Let's see. Is anyone fighting some bugs right now? Can hit some bugs while we're talking? New friends doing west. What the hell does that mean? Oh, wait, that's the wrong map. Tangled Dubs. I was ever curious kid, I'm going to touch this once moment. I did not burn myself on the cigarette lighter. Maybe that was you. You're not old unless you remember the OG ball vent in cars. Is exactly what it sounds like too. When I think of cars and old, I think of the ones where to roll down the window, you have to crank the big wheel thing. So it's like, you get up to the drive-thru and you're like... and you're just like breaking into a sweat. My car still has those. My car has 200,000 miles on it, but does not have those. Plushy ordered. Yo, thank you, Red Fox. We're closer to making it happen. Did you have fun living in the 3rd degree burn at our seat buckles? Oh yeah, I've gotten burned by seat buckles before. How often does your car get driven by you? These days, not much. When before I got full-time into streaming, my main job was tech support, and it was a half hour to work and a half hour home. So it was like I was in the car an hour a day, and that was without like extra errands or anything like that. So minimum, I was driving the car 5 hours a week. These days, like ever since like a couple years ago when I was able to go full-time with like Twitch and YouTube, I don't have a commute anymore, so the car is only driven for when I have to run errands or something. So a whole lot less now than it used to be. How about an 8-track player in the car? You got me beat. I remember cassette players. Nowadays you leave your house one time a year for networking in Seattle. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The sirens call of Panda Express. Sometimes. I would say usually I mean, I get Panda a couple times a year, but usually when I do get it, my wife is kind enough to go get it and pick it up and bring it home. Did you ever have an external CD player hooked up to the cassette player? I did not, no. I didn't own much music. I had, like, I still have them, but less than a dozen CDs. So, I had a car that just had a CD player. My coffee table in the garage has a built-in record player, and 8-track doesn't work though. I did an upgrade. I got a friend to help me, but I did an upgrade on a car I was driving one time, which was I got into audiobooks to keep me sane when I was in the car for an hour each day when I was doing tech support. So I had a friend that was in tech support. He showed me how to remove the old radio from the car and upgrade it with a newer one so that I could play audiobooks on it. So the 200,000 mile rusted POS that I'm driving around has a new radio. That's it. But it helped, you know. Nothing would finish a day like tech support and getting screamed at, like getting angry in traffic. So the audiobooks would help me be patient and not like just be an absolute lunatic driving. I tried to go back and watch your first stream of Guild Wars 2 to see your first impressions of something, but the earliest I could find was a VOD from early POF with 200 views. It was very fun and cool seeing how you were back in the early Twitch days. Oh god. Oh no. I bet your wife likes that you are so easy to treat and will just bring you Panda from time to time. I mean, she hasn't complained about me in that way recently, so I think I'm doing okay. I think she's in the chat, too. I had the transceiver that connected to the external CD player headphone jack to be able to turn into a radio station. Let's see. Rib culture, everyone used to drive around in metal slabs, now they drive around in plastic lumps. Does the car feel like it's going to fall apart when you drive it? No. So, like, we will use my car a couple times a month just to kind of get it moving so that it doesn't just rust into a big block. So we move it around a couple times a month. But Muck is a low maintenance husband. It's true. It's true. I didn't know Ms. Mocha's in the chat, the greatest of lurkers. Well, she said something like 10 minutes ago. I don't know if she's still here, but she might be. To be fair, I'm a low maintenance wife. There she is! She's still here. My car also has 230 km, and we also changed radio, so we just use Bluetooth and just music and audiobooks from our phones instead of bird CDs. I must annoy Miss Muck. No, Sand. Be good. How much gold do you have? Currently I'm down to 7K. If you're trying to make money, like, there's countless ways to make money in this game. My way of making money in this game is that I have made a list of activities that take a few seconds of work, and they give you a lot of money for a few seconds of work. And in total, I got about 10 minutes worth of these things. And I do them every day, and it just keeps my money constantly going up. There's a video on what I do to stay rich if you're interested. Muck Silksong's waiting for you. Dude, I've been progressing Silksong. I'm currently in Act 2 of it. Hang on. I'll show the receipts. I'm 22 hours in. We defeated the last judge, Cogwork Dancers. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I will say it is mentally exhausting. Silksong is, like, stressful as hell. So, like, it's gotten to the point where I can play about 2 hours of it, and then I need a break. Muck just gets gold sent every money for the ANET devs. Oh my god, yeah, right. No. The one thing they regularly give me to give to you, which is used to give to you guys, is like the gem codes I use for giveaways. I think you're the furthest so far I know of in Silksong. I got spoiled, and I'm bitter about it. I was on YouTube the other day, and it recommended me a video, and it was like Silksong Final Boss Ultimate Difficulty or something, and in the thumbnail, it shows it. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, I didn't even click the video. It was just in the thumbnail. I kind of wanted to, like, click the video and then, like, yell at the guy in the comment and hit downvote and leave, but then I was like, no, YouTube will just recommend me more. I'm bitter. Then YouTube shows you all the bosses? Yeah, I know. Also, good evening. What's up, X4? I've been playing Hollow Knight, the first one. I'm 33 hours in. I'm going to get the Steel Heart Chivo. Nice! I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember what that is without Googling it. But it's nice to hear that you're enjoying a game. Crunchyroll spoiled the ending for anime I was watching by posting a video, the climax right after the final episode with a spoilerific video title. Beat the game without dying. Oh, right on. You saw the last boss, but do you know how to beat them? No, but I was just angry about, like, for the spoiler reason. No, I don't know how to beat them, of course. You need the plugin that replaces video thumbnails with pictures of cats? Well, no, I don't. I don't normally need that. It's just that Silk Song thing. I finished crafting Verderock. Now I have at least 2 of each legendary type of weapon. 2 of each! Wow. That's something. I did finish crafting, let's see, if you learn Fractals, the Strikes is really good loot. Don't mind that. Oh yeah, Fractals give a lot of resources for your time spent in there, as long as you don't mind learning the Fractals and getting in a group to do those. That's why I generally do Media Exile when a game I'm interested in comes out. Yeah, I understand it. Props to you for making spoiler-free videos, not only for us, but also for Noxxi, which she edits the stuff you send her. I try. I try. Now, granted, video with giant spoilers certainly gets a lot more views. Like, I understand YouTubers having that thing whisper in their ear like it's the freaking Green Goblin mask. But yeah, I don't do it. Yeah, so far in Silk Song, like I said, I'm in Act 2. And I won't say more than that, I'll be vague. And I've beaten every boss I found. There was a couple of bosses early in the game. I put like a marker on the map where the boss was, and I had to come back to it later. But I have beaten every boss I have found so far. And yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Right? It's a slow process. Honestly, the last session I played, I beat the... Well, I already showed the Steam achievement. Their name was the Cogwork Dancers, but I won't say more than that. But I beat them, and then the whole rest of that play session was just trying to get through this area with tons of traps. Like, jumping over saw blades and stuff. And it was awful. And it was just like this really, really long, just awful gauntlet. So that was my previous session that I did. The plushie is out, gotta pre-order. It's available! White Palace all over again? I don't remember White Palace, but it was just like the environment, right? It was like you jumping over and ducking under and sliding past and parkouring over just a sea of saw blades was basically my last session of Silk Song, is just getting through a really awful area. It wasn't so much the monsters, it was just the environment. Did you beat the boss that does the thing with the things? Oh my gosh. So badly. The thing with the things. Want to know where he keeps the knives? Got me. I'm not gonna lie. Lyle 10 commercial. Thank you, Irath. I've received compliments for that line and him screaming with the hood on his face. How much time do we have? We got 8 minutes. Hang on a second. Where's the trailer? Hold on. It's my commercial. I can play it when I want. All right, hang on a sec. I'm gonna play the plushie commercial, chat. This plushie is available now. I know they are almost done summoning these guys, but I cannot focus on work with all of this noise. Okay. What the... Guys, did you do this? Mukluk Minion plushie now available based on the Mukluk channel logo, but with 75% more smug. Comes with adjustable hood. Velcro attachable potion bottle with red and green for the 2 channels. Available for a limited time only, link in description. We will find a home for all of you, I swear it.
Wanna know where he keeps the knives?
Okay, that's it. I had a lot of fun making that. Hopefully it does well. Cool but scary. Aw. This is getting out of hand now. There are 2 of them. Dude, their eyes were perfect for sitting next to each other. It's like one of them's looking to the left and one of them's looking to the right. Why, yes, I do want the knives. The Plushie's dog pile attack still makes me laugh, Mug, but sorry about your kneecap. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't plan really well for diving onto the floor and pretending to get buried. So it's happening? Well, yeah, so they're available for purchase now. If we sell less than 200, then it would not happen and everybody would get a full refund. But as long as we sell more than 200, then they manufacture them and send them out. So it became available to purchase this morning, 19, or like an hour and a half ago. 19 have sold so far. Yeah, we will see if we can make it. Lack of karate training on how to throw yourself, clearly. Shipping worldwide? Yeah, so it's $30 US, and then there's $8 for worldwide shipping. It's the same price as the Asura one. No, tariffs have not affected it as of yet. Muck does his own stunts, Tom Cruise confirmed. Muck, how would you go about learning PvE content like raids for the first time? I would type !rating in my chat and click the link that comes up. Normal groups won't let me join because I don't have KP evidence and training LFG is dead. You could learn the fight and then lead your own group. Again, !rating. I've got a video on how to get started in raids, and then I've got a get to the point video for every boss that'll teach it to you in under a minute. And you could just take a group of people that have never done the fight, and like you could make a group and say, you know, doing Veil Guardian, haven't done it before, but have watched video, and then if anyone new joins, just say, hey, watch this, and they'll be ready in a minute. Is Guild Wars 2 easy to pick up? Yeah, it's very easy to dive into, but it has a lot of depth if you want to master it as well. Yeah, it is a horizontal progression game, so you can jump into it and get to max level pretty quick, but then for the last 10 years, they keep adding more stuff that we can do at max level. Which is, you know, different from like World of Warcraft, where they just keep raising the max level, and so that you gotta just keep making number go up. I currently need to save money, but if you miss like only a couple for 200, I can go a week without food. Oh my gosh, no, don't do that, Tokizo. Yo, dude, if we're a couple away from 200, I'll buy a couple to make it happen. But yeah, I truly have no idea how this one's gonna go, because I'm very happy with the product. However, like I've mentioned before, the Asura plushie, there was people who like my content, and there was people who like Guild Wars 2, and even if they hate me, maybe they like the plushie. So it appealed to 2 groups of people. This one is just like, it's kind of my channel, and like that's it. So we'll see if it does well. I'm curious. Harbinger plush giveaway? It's a Harbinger. Mike, will there be more VOE betas? I have not heard news on more at this time. Have you also been crashing due to RTPS or NVIDIA? People World v. World getting disconnected non-stop in groups of 5 to 10. I haven't yet. Now I'm nervous, but no, not so far. Cat likes her Plush Muck friend. Nice. Which plushie are we talking about? The newest one, with the minion. Hang on, he's right next to me. This guy. I was saying, this dude. Chip Plushie when. I was saying this dude, it would not surprise me if he has a smaller fan base than the Asura one, because the Asura one, there are people that like Asuras and Guild Wars 2, but they might hate me, and they might still get it just because they like Asuras. Whereas this one is just kind of just like a this channel thing. But this was the one other plushie idea I had that was not related to Guild Wars 2, and for Guild Wars 2 stuff, I'm still waiting on permission. But this is something I could just do anytime I wanted. Hey, Turin, thank you! Mug, is there a specific condition where Rampager set is good to equip? Hold on, I need a reminder of what that is. Power Precision Condi. I don't know of one. I don't know that I've ever played a build that uses that. Because condition damage usually wants to be paired with expertise. Power and precision usually want to be paired with ferocity. I don't know when I would use this. And the condition damage is even low. I say like, Viper. Where's Viper? Viper has 40 Condi damage, 22 expertise. Rampager was Condi before Viper. Yeah. Yeah, Viper was not always in the game. Viper stats were added in Heart of Thorns or later. So... Mug, good morning. What happened to the potato filter? Currently have the filters unplugged because I was having some issues with my video card. So I was trying to reduce the burden on it a little bit. So potatoes currently on vacation. No combat music? Oh, there we go. This is really quiet. No, I got pulled and did stun break and got pulled again. AoE Rose. Alright, no more frogs. Biggest danger is gone. Do you know about the Heisen case of EOE? Yeah, I know about it. I knew about it like a month ago because he was tweeting about it, and I passed it along to GW2. I don't know what happened after that. It's completely in their hands at this point. But an attempt was made. Mike, do you have a Riftbreaker affiliate code? You convinced me to get it. What's up, Joab? If you do exclamation Nexus in the chat, there's a little store called Nexus that allows you to buy Steam games and support a streamer. So the closest thing I have to a Riftbreaker affiliate code is if you get it through that. It does still add it to your Steam account if you do that. And I thank you for considering it. And yeah, it's a great game, dude. I have so many hours in that game. Mug, have you ever played card games? I have a very large Magic the Gathering collection that I played for many years as a kid. I got into Magic the Gathering around 4th edition / Ice Age. And I kind of got out of it around, like, Urza's Destiny. So there was I would say a lot of my middle school, high school years I was into it. So I have a pretty big collection. Some time ago, we did a stream where we price checked my whole collection, and we actually found a couple of really expensive cards. And then back when Hearthstone came out, I played that a bit, but just a bit. Inscription? I mean, Inscription's a whole lot more than a card game, but yeah, I've played that and that was a phenomenal story. Balatro? I've not played Balatro. So many people down by the trader these days. Yeah, I've got a little bit of lag because I'm connected to EU right now. I'm visiting from NA. So I have to dodge earlier than normal. And I still didn't get hit by that thing. That's why I was kind of scoffing. I was like, really, guys? Mike, did you finish Silk Song? No. I have not. I do not know how far I have left. I killed a boss that for a second I thought was the final boss because it had the word final, or it had the word last in its name. And then it said starting act 2. I was like, oh my god. So now I think I've still got a ways to go. But still chipping away, making progress. Someone's doing yard work outside. Have you gotten stuck on any bosses in Silk Song yet? Briefly, sorry, my wife or Chip just made a loud noise in the other room. Briefly, there was a few bosses that I had to, like, you can make, like, markers on the map after a certain point in the game, and I had to make markers and come back to them a little later. But at this moment in time, every boss I have found, I have killed. However, on some of them, I had to spend, like, 45 minutes doing attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt, you know, over and over and over. There was one that was like bloated something fly. It's like bloated something fly. That one snagged me for like 45 minutes. And then there was another one that was like it looked like a moth. And that one I was on for like nearly an hour. I did get them both, but it took me a little while. What's your favorite crest? I only have 3 crests, and the only one I have that can attack straight downward is the Reaper one. So for that reason, I am using the Reaper one. Like, not for any other reason. Is contact damage annoying? Extremely. Yeah, it's extremely stupid. I wish the game didn't have it. So for anyone who doesn't know, contact damage is like when you're playing like friggin' Super Mario and you just barely come into contact with an enemy's toe and then you take a damage, right? It's the same with Silk Song. Like in Dark Souls, if you bump into the boss but they're not swinging their weapon for that second, you don't take damage. With rare exception. In Silk Song, if you bump into the enemy's hitbox, you will get hit. You take a hit. So yeah, the contact damage is very annoying. There's sometimes you're jumping over an enemy and your toe touches the top of their head, and it's like, oh, you lose 2 lives. What do you usually use to learn rotations in Guild Wars 2? So rotations are a PvE thing, not so much a PvP thing. PvP thing is more about like comboing people. In PvE, I'll usually learn rotations from either just figuring it out myself, or Guild Gen, or Snowcrows. Guild Gen and Snowcrows are both websites, and they both have a lot of rotation work on there. Muck, can I see your build, please? I could do you one better. Hang on. Hold on, is it quick untamed? There we go. That is a video on the build I'm currently playing and how to play it if you're interested. Okay. Thank you. Sure. I don't know if you'll like it, but I do. And he practices on the golem. That's right. Our 21 plushies sold, chat. We're 10% of the way toward getting the project off the ground. And that's after 2 hours. And we have 21 days remaining. If we continue at this rate, we're good. We're Gucci. I see Dervs. I think this map is good. Intense orchestra music! Ah! Did you mention when these would ship? It says it on the website. So right now it says ships December 25th. So the way that, just to explain that, because I think it's worth saying, the way that Makeship operates is first they wait like, there's like a period of time that people can order it, right? So for the next 21 days, people can purchase this. Then they're like, okay, how many orders did we get? Let's say we got, an even 300. They're like, okay, we're going to make 300 plushies exactly and then ship them out. So they never have extra stock. So that's how they do their business. The result is, there's never leftovers that they have to deal with. But the downside, if you want to call it one, is that we have to wait just a little bit longer to get them. It's also limited stock, so people be getting FOMO. A little bit. I know one guy bought the last plushie I did and then immediately put it on like eBay for 10 times the price. I don't know if anyone is going to be spending a couple $100s for a plushie, but he's like, limited edition Mukluk. I looked at his eBay store and like the whole thing was basically he was just buying plushies and putting them up for 10x and just hoping, I guess, that someone would go. Scalper, yeah. I mean, I didn't really mind. I mean, in this case, I don't think it's going to sell, but, I appreciate him, giving me a sale. Is there a limit on the plushies like the last batch? No, there is not, because this was my own character. I didn't have to get anyone's permission for this. Now, I don't think it's going to get as many sales as the Asura one. I'm just hoping, we break 200, and then I'll be a happy muck. Because that means that everybody that ordered it will get it. But no, the last one, we had a limit of 1,000 instituted by ArenaNet, but we got close to that. We actually neared 800 sales, but then there was a lot of people that their credit card declined. So like 50 of them got declined or so, and it went down to like 750. December 25th, UV or Santa? Maybe. There was, in the last batch, there was people that got their plushie before the date where it said the like shipping date. So it might be there by Christmas. We'll see. I want a Muck plushie, not a Muck logo plushie. What, you just want like a pasty white guy plushie? I'm immediately reminded of the overweight, middle-aged Steve action figure. Mukluk body pillow, please. Oh gosh, we have to put Dennis on it. With glow-in-the-dark teeth and eyes. Just to spook people. When they wake up at night. What's the link to the plushie? Exclamation plushie. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. It's also pinned at the top of the chat. There's a link there to the buy page if you're interested, and there's also a link there to the commercial if you want to see that. Pre-recorded message when squeeze too. A Dennis plushie with a pre-recorded message. I think when you squeeze it, it'd be like, "You're a wiener." And then if you squeeze it a second time, it goes, "Oh!" Third one would be like, "Hey kid, want to buy a golem?" Legally distinct blue dragon Maureen. When I asked them about doing the plushies, I was like, look, I would be okay saying legally distinct baby blue dragon and not use the word Oreen, but what I want to know is, are y'all gonna have a problem with me making it look like this? And they're like, we'll figure it out. And at this point, I basically ask ArenaNet like one time per month, like, hey, just checking in, and I feel like I'm being annoying. But I'm only asking them once a month at this point, and it's been like 2 or 3 months since my original request. And the last I heard, like, it basically has to go through a bunch of people to get permission. And it's successfully gone through like 2 people, and it's at like the next one. And yeah, so I'm just waiting. I don't know if it's like in a massive pile of things on their desk and it's like waiting on that or what. Mike, how long has it been of streaming every day, by the way? What is this? This is day 2664. How the F do you not get burnt out? I guess I'm just built different. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's a cop-out answer. I have gotten burnt out on games before. I've never really gotten burnt out on streaming. You know, like there's been days where, you know, like when I streamed Guild Wars 2 every single day for like 2 or 3 years, I was like, man, I really want to do literally anything else. And then I started streaming other games too. My viewership went down, but my sanity went up. So you know, occasionally I'll get burned out on one game and I'll do something else. That happens, but never really just been like, oh man, I'm burned out on streaming. I was watching your home instance video, wondering how long you estimate it would take to get all the worthwhile nodes, more than a year perhaps. It'd take a while. Keep in mind though, if you're just trying to like farm a home instance, you can borrow someone else's each day. You don't have to build your own from scratch unless you just enjoy doing that. I did enjoy doing that, but it's not required for you to do that if you don't wish to. Call David again. It's not David's department. I did tell David about what I wanted to do, and he said, I'll see if I can kind of, you know, elbow a few people, but that's it. That's all he could promise. And I was like, okay, I appreciate that. But yeah, that's definitely, he was like, yeah, that's not me. Muck, take a break from video game streams, hot tub meta win. we did that once. We did that once. Super Westicles? I'm gonna call you Westicles. Super Westicles. Hey, Muck, returning Guild Wars 2 player here. Thanks for the helpful content. Just purchased the plushie. Yo, thank you for the support. I'm glad you enjoy the content, and I appreciate you supporting the plushie project. 22 sold. Don't you get tired of us? I would get tired of us. I would say those of you I really get tired of, I could hit the ban button. It's kind of cool, because it's like, I got a group of friends here, and we all like video games, but if you get really annoying, I can kick you out of the group. You have no power here. Are you trying Border Wars 4 Friday? Borderlands 4? We're absolutely playing Borderlands 4. I don't know if we'll get to it Friday. We're currently in the middle of like 4 different games right now. Muck, what was the transition like from full-time job to streamer? Did you do it part-time and was like one day you made enough to quit? Close. I was doing this as a hobby for a couple of years. And during those years, I would basically stream for 3 hours in the evening. Like from 9 p.m. to midnight. Just as a hobby. It was just something fun. There did come to be a time where it was making a little bit of money each day. Like, well, not even each day, you know, like maybe, you know, it went from making $0 a month to maybe a couple of hundred a month, right? But it was a hobby that occasionally brought in a little bit of income. And then there was, during the COVID lockdown, the company I worked in tech support in closed the department I was in. And so I was one of the people that just suddenly lost my job. You know, I just basically got called into a meeting and I was told your last day's Friday. I was just like, okay. I wasn't like fired, so I didn't get like unemployment, but that whole department got closed. So it wasn't because I did anything wrong, but that's how it went. So after, wait, did I get unemployment? You know, I don't remember. It's been a few years. Not important. It's not relevant to the discussion. Anyway, so after that, I talked to my wife, and like at that point in time, streaming full time was like a dream job, right? Like I was already doing it just for fun, being able to like, you know, make a living off it. That was a dream job. I didn't think that was ever going to happen to me, but we're looking at the bill stuff, and I was like, okay, it's COVID lockdown. Everything sucks right now. I could try to go out and find another normie job, or I can try to just go really hard and put in like, you know, way more hours into this content creation thing and see if I can pay the bills this way. And my wife's like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I want to try the content creation thing, but I also don't want us to go hungry. So I'll do what needs to be done. And she looks at like, you know, the numbers and stuff like that. And she's like, all right, we have a little bit in savings. You can afford to try to chase your dream for a month. If you're not paying the bills in a month, you got to go get a normie job. And I'm like, all right. So for a month, I was doing like, you know, 9 hours of streaming and 3 hours of YouTube like every day. I was doing like 12 hours a day because I wanted to make it work. And it was a lot of hard work, but it was also luck too. It worked out. And so at this point, I've been doing this full time for a few years now. So that was it. I did not just start from zero. I did not quit my job because I was like, oh, my mixtape's fire. It was, I lost my job and I was like, okay, let's give this a try and see what happens. Did you play the Lies of P DLC? I did indeed. On the Mukluk Plays YouTube channel, which I'll link to you right now, there is a Lies of P DLC playlist. If you would like to watch me play it, it is there. All recorded. Skooma says, I don't think I've ever been banned. Can you ban me real quick so I can see what it's like? I like how that got auto-modded, so the message got banned. That's kind of funny. That ban desires spikes every time he streams a Souls or a puzzle game and chat can't help themselves. Praise Miss Mug. Oh yeah, she's great. Like, when I started doing it, hold on, I'm trying to remember the timeline. I might have to ask my wife. So, me and my wife were both working, we were both working full-time, okay? And but, like, there was a period of time where I was working tech support from home, and then I went from that to, content creation. And when I was working from home, there was, my son, when he would get home from school, I was kind of just, you know, I was working from home and I was parenting Gabe until my wife got home from work. Then she would kind of take over, you know, take point with Gabe, and then I would, you know, work on my stuff. So that was going for a period of time. But then she ended up, it got to a point where she stopped doing her full-time job because I was making enough with content creation that she could quit a job that she hated. And from there, she's basically been like, you know, taking point on taking care of the household and stuff. Like, we all have our chores in the house. We all still contribute, things like that, doing dishes, you know, folding laundry, you know, stuff like that. But she handles most of, like, the paperwork and the numbers for the house, keeps us stocked with groceries. She cooks a lot of the meals, you know, stuff like that. Like, if it wasn't for her, I would not be able to put as many hours into this as I do. Like, she takes a lot of that off of my plate. So, like, if I was single, I would not be able to do the 55 hours of streaming a week that I do. Like, I'm able to do that because, like, she does the laundry. She does, like, the meal prep, stuff like that. Except on days where she's just like, I need a break, and then I take care of it. Housework is a full-time job. It can be. But it, yeah, so she makes that possible. But I will tell you guys, as someone who has stayed inside streaming for the past 7 years, if I didn't already have a significant other, I wouldn't have gotten one in the last 7 years because I don't go outside. Doing this is not good for meeting potential, you know, lifetime companions. You gotta go outside from time to time. Hello, Mug, good morning. Hello, Raichi, how you doing? So much to do, especially when you're a kid, yeah. All your friends are here, Muck, you don't need outside. Morning, Muck, morning, chat, morning, new Plushie. Morning, new gamer. Yes! New Plushie. Exclamation Plushie chat if you want it. The new little guy is available to come to your home and maybe be there by Christmas. We'll see. I'm very excited about it. All right. It is available for purchase for the next 3 weeks only. Didn't you meet your wife through a YouTube app? Sorry, you said Yahoo app. Yeah. At the time that we met, Yahoo had a dating section. And you could literally make a profile on there and then search, like, you know, single people that are, you know, females looking for males or whatever your parameters were within whatever miles. You could search by, like, 5 miles, 10 miles, whatever. You know, be picky. Try to get one that's close by. Don't want to drive too far. Yeah, at the time. Muck, have you ever tried Lord of the Rings online? I have not, no. Single moms in my area? No, I was not looking for, I don't remember that there was a single mom search parameter. I was not really looking for that. Bovanisos, maybe? Just purchased the plushie. Tired, thank you. I hope you like it. Appreciate that. I met my partner in FF14 and she moved in with me. I'm doing something right, I think. Nice. Yeah, if you're going to do it that way, make sure to get, you know, keep the current meta in mind. Like, if you play a tank, try to get a partner that heals, stuff like that. Look, have you heard of the game Plate Up? Whether you have or not, the game has built-in chat integration for streaming and easy to install mods to the workshop to expand interaction. I have not heard of that, no. My girlfriend, rather I sit at home and game than go out to a bar with my guy friends. Could be good for Monday nights. Okay, noted. Lord of the Rings Online was fine at its time and people praise it even today. Healer partner for the win. I'm an empty-handed DPS. It's crazy people are actually meeting their significant other through games now. I mean, it's not bad. Like, it's not a guarantee that the relationship is going to be perfect, right? But the fact is, if you both meet in a game, you both have already found a hobby that you both enjoy, right? So it's not that crazy. Like, it's like meeting at any other thing. Like, oh, you're both hiking? Okay, you both like hiking. Oh, you both met at the bar? Okay, you both are, you know, raging alcoholics. Oh, you both met at the bowling alley? You both like bowling. You know, it's a starting point. We both live on Earth. Wow, that's crazy. Ah, that's weak. Everybody lives on Earth. Hey, Mike, did you ever get my mail? I sent those songs to you if you're wondering. Tyrion Beats. Wait, what? Hang on. Songs to me? Checking my email. What are you talking about? Going to spam?
Woo 10 months Mew ha 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 ha.
Going to junk? Huh? About this guy. Hey Tyrion. I don't see it at the moment. What was your name that you sent it from? I'll search to see if it hit spam or something. All right, this guy apparently sent me an email with something he wanted me to see, and I didn't get it. So, okay. Janther Wilds, Baba, Taxi. Uh-oh, how long is the wait? 6 in queue. See, we'll see. I met my partner at a game art and animation course. There's zero reason why gaming can't form lifelong friends of max value. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Over here saying I play video games for fun at my age is like saying I eat cereal with water. I mean, saying that it depends on the company, Sam. Like okay, so saying I'm just gonna assume you're 80. Like yeah, if you say that in the retirement home, sure. But if you join an online community for like, you know, grandpa gamers fighting dragons or something like that, you'll find other people in there that are your age that enjoy games. So it's fine. It's fine. My best friend started to play WoW to run a guild to meet a... Wait. My best friend started to play WoW to run a guild to meet a girl. You make it sound like he picked up WoW and he was like, I am going to make a guild to meet a girl. Like that was his initial plan from like installation. He lives in New York. She was in Sydney, Australia at the time. Married 10 years, 3 kids, so happy for them. I think I get what you're saying, but this sounds like when he met her, she was already married for 10 years and already had 3 kids, and he stole her. Just the sentence structure. I'm like, wow, this guy's a bad dude. Yoink. Yoink. Your position at Q7? How did I start at position 6 and then I went to 7? What the hell? My current partner and I got together at least partially because of Guild Wars 2. We met on a dating app, but finding out we both played kind of moved things along. She plays healer, I play DPS. If you check out Played Up Mug and the trailers or any videos you think look like fun, I'll donate to buy the game for you and I'll give you a workshop. Plate Up. Okay, hold on. What the hell is he talking about? Plate Up. What is this? Roguelite cooking management. Hold on, I might get DMCA'd for this. Mute that. Okay, so you're running a restaurant? I'd be game to try it at some point. We need to finish some of the stuff currently in our queue, but I'd be game to try it. Cooking Mama. Mutiny Monday plating up, that's right. Can you tell me why there's so many people playing Monster Hunter Wilds and speaking Portuguese? You're asking me why there's so many people playing Portuguese? I mean, or speaking Portuguese? I mean, you know there's a whole country that speaks it. It feels like Japanese, English, and Portuguese the official languages of the game. Is that 700-year-old song enforced by DMCA? Oh, I don't know. Just basically anytime I hear a song I recognize on the internet, I'm like, oh, I need to mute it. I don't know. 2 countries? Yeah, but there's a lot of people there. What is it? Like, I mean, like Brazil alone. Brazil's huge. Like, anyone who's played League of Legends can tell you Brazil has a lot of people. Wait. Brazil is filled with Shugos. Hold on. Number of people who speak Portuguese. 280 million people worldwide speak Portuguese, making it one of the most widely spoken languages, with the majority of speakers from Brazil. At least 7? I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, and they all play Mordekaiser. They all play Mordekaiser. Let's see. Oh! We're 24 plushies! +1. Don't know if I'm gonna get into this. 5 remaining. That's a lot of Morty mains. That is a lot of Morty mains. That is indeed. Real question is why so many Portuguese would have met like 2 people speaking Spanish. I mean, as someone who lives in the United States, which, you know, a lot of people coming and going from Mexico, I have met a lot of people that speak Spanish. Like, a lot. Watch the trailer. I'm trying to save money, Muck. You can save money after Christmas. I already bought 3 copies of Silksong. What? Why? Why did you buy 3 copies of Silksong? Like, what are you gonna do with 3? I'm trying to save money for my Orlando trip. But you could take an Orlando trip with a plushie with you and have less food. Huh? Huh? Just eat some cup ramens. Those are 30 cents. I was really hopeful when your stream said new plushie, it was your ANET event, realizing with the baby Oreen. Quinn! Not yet. I wish. I've been waiting months for a positive response on that. Right now, we're pushing the only plushie I'm able to make without their permission, which is my guy. Just eat the plushie. No! 1 for Switch 2, 1 for Steam, and in case the internet goes down, I got a DRM of it. What the heck? 3 copies of Silksong is money well spent. Oh my gosh. Yo, Silksong, it's a fun little game, right? It is a fun little game. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I do think the hype has outgrown the game. 100% I believe that. Like, if it gets, like, Game of the Year, I think it's going to be just built on hype alone. It's a fun little game. I don't think it's that good. Like, oh my god, people are like, oh my god, Silksong saved my marriage and healed my mother. Like, are you, really? Really? Skooma says it's crazy how there's such a huge community of Portuguese people playing Monster Hunter. It's funny because Brazil's Portuguese sounds like funny Spanish. So when they're all talking, I'm reading things that I can somewhat understand, but it sounds 3 times as funny. Will it beat Expedition 33? In my opinion, no. Expedition, okay. Now, it's cheaper than Expedition 33. It's hand-drawn. But for me, this is all, you know, Muck's opinion. Expedition 33 had way better story. It had way better music. It had way better visuals. It had phenomenal gameplay. It had build diversity, which Silksong has almost none. Like, it was really good. I cannot think of a category where I personally would rate Silksong higher than Expedition 33. I'll send the money to Shugo for the plushie so we both can save on the tariffs. Okay. Sounds like funny Spanish. Do I need to slap someone over the internet? Okay, hold on. All right, I got something on this topic, Julio. All right, so there's an angry Portuguese person in the YouTube chat. When I worked in tech support, the owner of the company was Mormon, and there was a lot of friends and family that worked there. So there were other Mormons that were there, and I went to high school in Utah, which was predominantly Mormon. So I'm very versed in the culture. They're very nice people. I don't share their beliefs, but they're super nice, and I like hanging out with them. And Mormons, for those who don't know, most Mormon men will, in their 20s, they go to another country for 2 years to convert people. That's how they're so widespread. They send out, they're called missionaries. They knock on your door, knock, knock, we have a message to share with you. And then after 2 years, they count up how many people they converted, and they compare high scores. And because of this, they, Talek, because of this, frequently, Mormons will speak another language. And it's almost random. Like, one guy will be sent to China, one will be sent to Germany, one will be sent to Brazil, yeah, all over the place. But we did have a couple of guys there that they went on their mission to Brazil. So they, learned Portuguese. And when asked about it, you know what they would tell you? They would say, oh, Portuguese? Yeah, it's basically Spanish, but it just sounds like you're gargling rocks. Like, Chad, I don't speak a word of Portuguese. That's what they said, but that just burned into my memory. I was like, all right, I'll just repeat this from time to time. Like, yeah, it's basically the same thing. I feel sorry for the ones that went to the Congo. Yeah. You cannot tell me Brazil's accent isn't funny. It's like missing into a comedian from Cuba, Mexico. That's why we Brazilians hate those annoying bunch. That's fair. Genuinely excited we're getting more clear obscure games. Sandval has to top E33, but with a first game like E33, I have high hopes and belief in them. Expo 33 is the JRPG that managed to get people who dislike JRPGs to play a JRPG. Hollow Knight did that for Metroidvanias to a lesser extent. Silksong is just more of the same game. Silksong is so much harder than Hollow Knight. I have seen some really funny posts on Twitter of people like, I beat Hollow Knight on no hit run difficulty, and Silksong is making me feel like I've lost it. I'm not this bad. And they're like about to like burst into tears. Gargling rocks, I need to slap a lot of people over the internet. I used to work a mile away from the Winter Quarter Cemetery from where Mormons first headed toward Utah. Most of the visitor center staff was Mormon kids on missions. Yeah. Yeah, they've got... I don't know much of the details behind it, but they have a training center that they go to before they get sent on missions where they can basically, like, trial by fire will learn another language. And whatever they're doing there works. I don't know if the Duolingo bird just, like, beats them into submission or what, but they go in there speaking only English and they come out fluent in a second language. It's crazy. Are Mormons exclusively from the U.S.? I would say Utah, Salt Lake City is the capital of Utah. That's, like, the Mormon capital. And they are all over the world at this point. Just again, because they spread out to, like, they believe their religion and they believe that they need to convert people to their religion so they could be saved. So they send people all over the world to try to convert them. But they're very friendly folk. Oh, I actually get to play now. Can close this, don't need that open. Let's see. I've never seen a Mormon, only heard about through the internet. They're really nice. Like, to give you some examples, you ever met people, it's like they're so nice it's almost creepy, right? Like, you could be in a train station. You're surrounded by 30 people you don't know. You sneeze. 29 people will go, bless you. And you're like, it's like, am I in The Shining? Like, what the hell is that? You know? Like, they're so nice, it's almost creepy. The kids, kids are like, 5 and 6 year olds going to first grade, they walk to school. I hate to say it, but where I live, people would not consider it safe to let children that young walk to and from school. Like, either they're gonna get grabbed, or like they'll wander too close to the road and a car will hit them. It's gonna be bad. I don't know what, but it'll be bad. But there, like, just the community was so good that it was, that level of trust was there. When I lived there, there was almost never like DUIs, and part of the reason was they're very responsible with drinking. Like, most of America is known for being really irresponsible with alcohol. And they were fine with it. Like, also, because, Sunday's a holy day, on Sundays, they would close you could not buy alcohol on Sundays. So like the grocery store, the aisle that had alcohol on it, the lights were off, and there would be like a little like rope at the end of the aisles. And if for some reason you just went under that rope and grabbed one, you couldn't check it out. They wouldn't let you purchase it. So if you wanted to stock up for Super Bowl Sunday, you had to stock up before Sunday. Most Americans are known for being irresponsible with a lot of things. I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. I'm just sharing the story. But yeah, really nice folk, even if you're not Mormon, as long as you don't mind them, you know, tolerating them trying to convert you every 5 seconds. They're lovely till you try to leave. No, that's not true. Okay, I'll say I don't feel that's true. When my family was moving to leave, like 20 nearby neighbors came and helped us load our moving truck. Like all the way till the end, they were really nice. So like anything that we didn't want to move, my dad gave a bunch of stuff to like the neighbors and things like that. They're making sure you live. Yeah, maybe they wanted me gone. Maybe that's it. Where I live here in Arizona, we have the largest pop of Mormons outside Utah. Well, I mean, you're neighboring Utah, so that's not like a really long stretch. I have multiple shirts with satanic symbols on them because it's from a show I watch. Mormons will probably hate me. I mean, they might get it. You guys have Mormon overflow? Yeah, Arizona has the Mormon overflow, yeah. Should release a shirt with "I got rezzed by Mukluk." That'd be funny. Muck, why is there no color options for your shirts? I think some of them do. What are you looking for? If there's something specific you're looking for, I might be able to make it in the store for you if you just have like a special request.
I am genuinely asking you twice because I don't want to annoy you, but do you want a hint for how you can get extra fluff lore from many places in Silksong? If you want to discover it yourself, I won't spoil it, but it's kind of dumb how it's implemented.
Sure. Thank you for asking first. Go ahead. You make it sound like it's something I could easily miss. Azamat says, I'm pretty new to the game. I can't decide on a class. I need help. What's up, Azamat? Welcome to the game. Let me see here. Let me see if I can help you out. So, Azamat, this video right here is a guide I made for new players, and it includes a section on picking a class. I would say check that out and see if that helps. If it doesn't, I'll be right here. Come back and let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Spin a wheel. If it lands on Ellie or Guardian, spin again. Oh, wow. If you play the needle into bugs, corpses, enemies that aren't aggroed in the doggo, they react to it. And many give you lore blurbs in the form of actual voice acted song. Oh wow, yeah, okay. I've only used the needle in. For anyone not playing Silksong, it's an instrument. I've only used that to open the areas that required you to use it so far. Huh, yeah, I never considered trying to play it to... What'd you say, corpses? Yeah, I never considered that. Which video do you recommend? I linked it to you. It's the... Oh, sorry. This one, Guide for New Players. My apologies. The link I gave you is not the right one, but the link opens this page. This one right here, Guide for New Players. That's the one. I discovered by complete accident some corpses spawn spirits which sing with you. Huh. I gotta say, at some point I should watch a video of like that explains the Hollow Knight lore, because I don't remember it. I know that for some reason, well, you know, I shouldn't. It's like, it's big right now. I don't want to spoil it for someone who might be playing it right now. I know like a little bit about the Hollow Knight himself, which is not the main character. Not the player character, I mean. But not enough to make sense of it. I'm just kind of enjoying it for tough bosses. What would you recommend to someone that has 600 hours on Dragon Hunter but none of the other classes? I would say try one of the real classes. You could try, you know, see what Guild Wars 2 is like. I'm just playing. That was low-hanging fruit. Dragon Hunter. Man, I don't know. I mean, Dragon Hunter is, among all of the elite specializations in the game, Dragon Hunter is very, very one-dimensional. It is extremely simple. Like, the other end of that spectrum would be like, you know, Weaver, right? But in the middle is everything else. Like, there's few other classes that are as simple as Dragon Hunter. Maybe like Pistol, Unload, Thief, or Rifle Mech or something. Now, a lot of people stood in this today. Muck Hammer Guardian? Yeah. Try Reaper. A couple people saying you should try Reaper. What's the point of that farm? I don't understand the map. Oh, I just enjoy it. I just like doing it. But, you know, just doing just about anything in the game gives you some money, so I'm getting some currency. Like, this thing gives, amalgamateds, and those are like a gold or 2 each. So. Let's see, what are these worth right now? Okay. Gold. Still. Yeah, I mainly do it because it's fun. Try Catalyst. They could try Catalyst. Willbender practically doesn't have cooldowns. Extremely bursty, even more than Dragon Hunter. Can generate a lot of self-boons. Yeah. Willbender in PvP is nutty because they jump on you and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this guy has 25 stacks of might, 3 stability, ages. It's like, what? This guy's ready to tank a raid boss. What the hell? 25 plushies. Oh, 26 it just updated. 26 plushies sold. Oh! Chad, have you heard about the plushies? Oh my god. We are over 10% of the way toward making this project a reality. Wow. I'm not hurting this thing. Alright, we're just... Oh, wait, the Geode's probably making it involved. Oh, well, I don't need to kill that. What's your opinion on Gale Shot? No. Why you gotta ask me this, man? Why you gotta ask me this? I'm not a fan of Gale Shot because we already had Shortbow Ranger and Longbow Ranger. And now we've got Bow Ranger. So now I've got a third bow. Like, rather than making an elite specialization based on a third bow, they could have just fixed one of the existing ones. So I feel like I didn't get a new elite spec or a new way to play the game. I just got a third bow. Whereas everybody else got a cool new toy and a new way to play the game. So I feel like Ranger missed out on this. However, there's a lot of folks who like the idea of big archer thing, and they're happy about it. So I'm not like making videos that are like, Gale Shot should be canceled, complain on the forums. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not happy about it. I am not happy about it. At least Gale Shot has stronger birds. Yeah, whatever. But it also, the fact that every Gale Shot is going to use that same airbow is going to be like every mechanist with the same mech. It's just like, you can't even customize the bow. Do you think the game is missing a PvE component to Guild Wars? Wait, what? No, there's a lot of PvE stuff. I was just doing PvE. Like, this, I would say among MMOs, Guild Wars has some of the best open world content that I've ever seen. And on top of that, it has raids, granted, not as many as WoW, but it's also got strikes, fractals, DRMs, dungeons. At least it's better than Conduit. I was hoping for Great Sword Thief or something, not Scriptmancer. What about Fourth Bow? Shut up. What did they say Friday's stream was going to be? Friday's stream? I don't know. Wait for the 5th Ranger spec, Crossbow Ranger, equip a short bow and snap it into a gun holster. Third bow sounds like it could be an innuendo, not sure to what, but the way you said it sounds like a disappointed parent learning that their kid is making jokes they don't understand. Luck, thoughts on running HP trains to get ready for the X-Pack? I don't know. First of all, in terms of that, I've already got 451 extra hero points on this character. But I gotta say, I got no interest in playing Gale Shot. So, the question is, in the next X-Pack, do I want to play it as Untamed? Or do I want to prep one of my other characters, like my Necro or something, and play Rit? I don't know. But I am not interested in playing the new Ranger spec. Now for EU. Hi, bro. I don't play this game since like 8 years. I had there a Bifrost Legendary is also today good. Legendary gear is still endgame gear. Yes. So, Bifrost is a endgame staff. You still have the best staff in game if you were to play it again today. They've also, since the last time you played, they added a thing called the Legendary Armory, where if you have legendary stuff equipped, you can use it on all your characters at once. So you have a legendary staff, every character that can use staff on your account can use the legendary staff at the same time. What about your other characters? What about them? Thoughts on Conduit? I did a whole video for each of the new classes with my thoughts on it if you're interested. So like right here's Conduit right there. So you could see that if you want. As far as Ranger builds goes, I'm excited to play it mostly because I'm behind on story and not unlocked Soto weapon blending yet, so Gale Shot being great DPS build is exciting. Yeah. Shame they did add a rifle to Ranger instead. No, I didn't want a rifle either. Look, in PvP, there are so many classes that can block projectiles. I did not want another projectile weapon. We have short bow, we have longbow, we have throwing axes, we have staff, which is not projectile, but it has some projectiles on it. We already had 3.5 projectile weapons, and rifle would be another. The airbow is another. A pistol would be another. I wanted something else that would change the playstyle. What about doing Amalgam for VOE? No, I mean, maybe. Amalgam was cool. I don't know if I liked it enough to main it. Someone in game speculated that infusions would be easier to get for VOE drops. Do you have any thoughts on this? I mean, infusions, a ton of infusions just came into the economy with that Zephyrite festival we just had from people gambling and stuff. I don't know what ones will be in VOE. I wanted a ranger spec that had both pets out at the same time. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Next ANET stream is the skimmer stuff. Double check they stated at the end of the Homestead stream. Oh, gotcha. What if Ranger Rifle was a laser rifle, no projectile? Melee rifle for the win. I think Ranger needed something more that had traps at its core, maybe. Would be insane if they would introduce dual professions. I don't think they could do that at this point in the game. Maybe for Guild Wars 4. Do you still do your daily gold routine or just Tuesdays? I still do it daily. I occasionally forget, but I pretty much still do it daily. In fact, I've got a bunch of stuff from that routine that I think just sold. Yeah, 286 gold. Boop. I see what you mean about projectile weapons. Yeah, Ranger already has a lot of projectile weapons. I think all the people that are like, oh, we want a rifle or we want a pistol, like I think they just don't realize how many projectile weapons we already have compared to most classes. Like especially the airbow. Like, the Airbow Hawkeye ability, it's the same, like, Airbow Hawkeye and Gale, what was the other one? Supersonic Arrow. Both of those are basically untamed Longbow 1 ambush. The 2 is a rapid fire, like Longbow 2. The 3 is Shortbow 3, you jump backward and fire forward. The 4 was a caffeine-free diet barrage from Longbow 5. Like, none of the skills are even new. So, I mean, that's why I'm not really excited about it. There's only so many ways you can make an arrow go. And I feel like they've already exhausted those with the first 2 bows. Ranger are named after their ranged ability, not exactly. No, they're not. Rangers are people that guard a range of land. Because we've got rangers in real life. We've got forest rangers and park rangers and things like that. They're not all equipped with longbows and guns. I get the joke, though, because I get the joke. You know, they've got range in the name, just like, oh, Guild Wars 2 doesn't have Guild Wars. You know, I get the joke. I can appreciate that, but they're not. They're not named after that. Park rangers use guns. Yeah, some, not all. I'm saying it's not mandatory. Trapping expert or a ranger that uses mobs attacks for a blue mage would be cool. I could be melee rifle, slap them with a rifle butt. Aragorn, a ranger, most of the time he's smacking orcs with a sword. Yep. Hey, Mike, how's your day going? It's going good, Necros. We're selling plushies. 27! Thanks to someone. Who was that? Sean Talbot. Yo, Sean got 2 of them. 27 sold. Get in there. What if we get an actual crossbow weapon and we give it to Elementalist or Arcane Archer? Yeah, it could be cool. Where's the update? What update, Charmon? I don't know that we have an update today. Fractal Incursion. Posted September 9th. That's today. What is this? Surprise Fractal Incursion with new rewards awaits you today. Introducing Quick Play Beta. What? Okay, this might actually be newsworthy. Where is it? How do I use it? Oh, wait, hold on a second. That's the wrong thing. Okay. This thing. Where's that? No. God damn it. I've lost my tabs. I've lost my tabs. Okay, I found it. I got so many friggin' tabs open. Introducing Quick Play Beta. This event is Quick Play mode now testing. Quick Play automatically pair with other adventures. Launch you to curated scale tier 1 fractals. Could use this new feature in your solo, full group, partial group. Quick Play mode is accessed through the Fractal of the Mist and issued skills with the 25 section of the Looking for Group panel, or by clicking the red banner outside the Fractal portal. The 1 through 25 section. So, Looking for Group. Do I need to, I might need to relog first, I'm not sure. Fractals. Yeah, I don't see it there. Okay, hang on. Let me try relogging. One sec. Like, if this plushie round does well, maybe chip plushie next. Maybe. I don't know how, that would just be an orange cat. There's lots of orange cat stuffed animals in the world already. Hold on, I'm relaunching my game. Plushie looks good. Thank you, I hope people like it. Specifically, at least 200 people. Okay, my game's patching, hang on. You playing Silksong? Yeah, I'm 22 hours into it. Yep. Chip plushie with muck arm included. Oh, I think my arc DPS just broke. Hopefully it doesn't crash my game. Muck already has a chip plushie. Oh yeah, Bluebell sent me a crocheted one. Hold on a sec. I've got this one. We've got a picture somewhere of the real chip sniffing it. Okay, let me see. Looking for group. Fractals, 1 through 25. Find Fractal Quick Play Beta. Okay, but that's only for 1 through 25? Hang on. The Miss Stranger will also assist players in the quick play mode by helping to revive fallen adventures and environmental puzzles. So is this only for like the new? Is this only for like the early section? Fractal incursion rewards. Okay, hang on a second, hang on. So, what do we got here? Hold on, open a new tab. Okay, so there's like a little trailer with some equipment. Let me pull this over. Pull this over. Okay, and do that. Other rewards include a full set of rare quality equipment for fresh level 80 characters. What? Yo, there's some... Wait, what? Push is launching today. Excuse me? That is just done? They're just stealth dropping push? Hang on. Ranked arena, unranked arena. How do you... Push. It's right there. Oh my god. They just freaking stealth dropped push. Wow. It's not really stealth. Well, I say, okay, well, hot dropping it? I don't know the right word. The fact is there was no build up. They're just like, yeah, here you go, it's done. Alright. Anet pulled a Silksong. Silksong told us a few days in advance. They wanted to make sure Steam crashed. Alright, is there anything else in here? Slash a barbecue emote tome. I don't know what that does. Alright, so there's that.
Ugh. I just got ads. Like those peasants. Needed to fix this fast.
Okay, we've got a new weapon set here. Shade touched. It was Imperial Everbloom. Okay. And what else? Austral Mantle. Poncho. The way that it goes out, it makes my character look fatter. Like, that's my character normally. And that's with the poncho. Waiting to see someone look like the guy from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance with the poncho. Miss Stranger stuff. Okay. Alright. I got the barbecue emote. What does it do? What does the barbecue emote do? It makes me look fatter. Yeah, exactly. Check Astral Rewards. Let's see. Incursive investigation. Third recursion. What's all this? Incursion investigation. Can you preview the emote? I don't think so. The final reward for completing those achievements is the legendary Icacia Miss Grasper gloves. These gloves allow you to project a magical aura around the tip of whichever weapon you're wielding. Over time, you can earn all 3 armor weights of these gloves and series of agony lens infusions that let you customize the color of Icacia's glow on each weapon you wield. I sent you a DM since I'm in NA. You apparently pull out a grill, chat. Also, put a shirt on. Muck, read the goddamn post. I will! I will! Watch your language. Alright. Hang on. Oh, God. Okay. Here we go. Let's go into news mode. I'm gonna pause the alerts. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. They added a few small rewards to the vault. Alright. Marker. Alright, hello Guild Wars 2 gamers. We have got some news today. Today is Tuesday, September 9th, and they just dropped a surprising amount of stuff today that we were not expecting. So we are going to go through it right now. So first off, we've got this blog post, and it reads, "A surprise Fractal incursion with new rewards awaits you today. The mists tremble and warp as the impact of recent events permeates the beyond. The Astral Ward has named it a Fractal incursion as Tyria risk a deluge of malicious attacks from Fractal recreations. I'm calling for your aid to stabilize the disturbances via the Fractals of the Mist in Lion's Arch. Let us meet there and I will explain how we may avert this crisis. The Mist Stranger. Surprise! Today we're introducing a brand new bonus event called Fractal Incursion that will run until October 7th at 12 p.m. Pacific Time. This event is aimed at introducing new players to Fractals and giving Fractal veterans more rewards to seek, including an incredible pair of legendary gloves. We also have some updates for our new PvP game mode push. Wait, legendary? Like, did they mean actually legendary? The mysterious Mist Stranger calls for your aid with a plan formed alongside the Astral Ward to calm the mists. Join them in Lion's Arch to embark on an adventure into the Fractals of the Mist and across Tyria. All of today's live content updates are free and accessible to all players regardless of expansion ownership. Let's dive in. Introducing the Quick Play Beta. Holy Mother of God. Okay, so they are doing a beta for a group finder. So yeah. Join other players throughout the Quick Play Beta. Let's see what it says. The event introduces a new way to play Fractals called Quick Play Mode, which we're now beta testing with the community. Quick Play will automatically pair you with other adventurers and launch you into a curated list of Scale 1 Fractals. You can use this new feature when you're solo, in a full group, or in a partial group, and Quick Play will do the rest. Quick Play Mode is accessed through the Fractal of the Mist section of the Looking for Group panel, or by clicking the red banner outside the Fractal portal in Lion's Arch. The current set of Fractals available for Quick Play includes Etherblade, Cliffside, Deepstone, Kinfall, Molten Boss, Molten Furnace, Snowblind, Uncategorized, Urban Battleground, and Volcanic. Oh, you didn't want to have Shadowed Observatory in here for the new players? The Mist Stranger will also assist players using the Quick Play Mode queue by helping to revive fallen adventurers and overcome environmental puzzles. For more information about this and some other changes to the Fractals themselves, please refer to our full release notes for today's update. And there's another link, which I'll open in another page, I mean. Okay. Open World Incursions. And we've got this picture here. Open World Fractal Boss Events? What? Enemies from the Fractals are spilling into the open world. You'll need to safeguard Tyria from the mist creatures during these new events at the top of every hour in one of these zones. Snowden Drifts, Diessa Plateau, Kessex Hills, and Brisbane Wildlands. Don't fret if you travel to the wrong zone though, portals will appear in the others to lead you where the problem is. This event will award participants with achievement progress and a sampling of agony resistance infusions to assist heroes in preparing for more challenging fractals. And then we've got a video called Fractally Amazing Rewards. I've opened that in a new tab here. Let me see what we got. Okay, those must... I'm guessing those are the legendary gloves? And it adds a glow onto the weapons. So I'm guessing you dye the gloves, and that changes the color of the glow on the weapons. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Participating in this month-long event can earn you significant rewards. The Fractal Incursion Champion Achievement is only available during the event and offers players 22 different reward tiers. The final reward of this achievement chain is the Legendary Weapon Starter Key, Universal, which allows you to kickstart your progress toward any first-generation legendary weapon. Any? Okay, that's pretty rad. For those who don't know, maybe you're new to the game, there are legendary starter kits that give you your choice of like 4. So if I go over here, let me close this out here, go to the bank. I've got a few in here that I haven't used yet. And it's like this one, for example, I choose between Dreamer, Frostfang, Juggernaut, and Incinerator. But this one, they're saying you could choose between any of them, which they've never done before. Typically, the starter kits will give you like half of the materials needed to make a legendary, and they're often bound to you with some exception, so it's really not worth anything unless you finish the legendary. But then you could you can make whichever one you want that would help you the most. You've got a lot of choices there. All right, other rewards include a full set of rare quality equipment for fresh level 80 characters, exotic armor, weapons, and accessories, including the new Guild Captain's Cape. New Guild Captain's Cape. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up from the files. Wardrobe storage, medium, Guild Captain's Cape. Okay, so that's actually my guild's logo right there that I'm currently in. So it appears to use your own guild logo on the cape. What if I... Let's see, I'm going to change to that guild, and then do that. And still red, but the logo here changed. That's pretty cool. Long, too. Asuras, frequently, their capes only go down to, like, their thighs for some reason, so this is very lengthy. Interesting. All right, let me put that back. And let me go back to the news. All right. New Ascended accessory with agony resistance. The Fractal Sheriff's Star. 2 bag slot expansions. Yo, bag slots. And a 20 slot bag. There's also a set of new achievements and rewards that are now permanent additions to the game. The Incursive Investigation achievements will guide you through the effort to stop the incursion attacks with a new section of the journey unlocking each week over the first 3 weeks of the event. The final reward for completing these achievements is the legendary Icacia Mist Grasper Gloves. These gloves allow you to project a magical aura around the tip of whichever weapon you're wielding. Over time, you can earn all 3 armor weights of these gloves and a series of Agony Lens infusions that lets you customize the color of Icacia's glow on each weapon you wield. Oh, the infusions customize the color. Okay, so it's not just dyeing. All right. Lastly, check the Wizard's Vault for some bonus objectives and new rewards, including 20 Lucent Crystal Vault bags, 3 Mystic Coin Vault bags, a Lesser Essence of Gold, and an Infinite Mist Omni Potion. Wait. What? Wait, that's huge. What? Hold on. Hold on. Is that in here somewhere? I don't know if I already have that. I don't know if it would show me. It's at the top. It's 1,000. That is insane. Okay, all right, hold on. All right, new players, if you're interested in doing fractals, hear me out. That is insane. Like, the value of that thing could have equated to thousands of gold in the past. Hold on. Can I use it in Mistlock here? All right, where is it? There we go. Okay, so I just used my Infinite Mist Omni potion. I've had one for years. It gave me 5 Fractal Mobility potions, 5 Fractal Defensive potions, and 5 Fractal Offensive potions. So by drinking that, it basically gave me 15 potions worth of buffs. Okay? So also, if you have it in your shared slot, on any character you do fractals on, if you click on the little fractal doohickeys, I forget their names, that are floating at the entrances of the fractals, it will automatically use all of them. It will use the Omni Potion when you do that. This item, in the past, took a very large amount of time in order to acquire. Does it last forever? It lasts for 2 hours, but it automatically gets reused whenever you interact with the instabilities in the fractals. So, like, the fact that you can get it for, what was it, 1,000 AA? This is a steal. This is getting an item that would previously cost you, like, tens to hundreds of hours and thousands of gold, maybe, to acquire, and you're just getting it for 1,000 AA. Get this. If you have any interest in fractals, I highly recommend that you get this. Highly, highly recommend. All right, that's nutty. Okay. All right, next thing. What is the next thing? Okay. Push is launching today. That is some incredible fan art. Or not fan art, that's incredible artwork from the team. So, it was a freaking push out of nowhere. Almost exactly a year ago today, we unveiled our plans to develop a new PvP mode alongside the community. After 3 beta events, countless changes based on player feedback, new map art, and new UI elements, we're finally launching Push out of beta and into full release. PvP players can hop into the game right now and play Push. This game mode is here to stay. In our most recent beta, we collected some great feedback from you, and our team has implemented the following notable changes. Adjusted Mortal Contest and Global Healing Reductions to reduce barrier support effectiveness. Get mugged, Scourges! Now, I love Scourge. I mained Scourge for a year. However, Scourge was becoming a problem in PvP. There was, like, in every game I played during the betas, there was 2 Scourges on both teams. Like, every single game was 40% Scourges. So I am not at all surprised to see something being done. Changed the locations of secondary objectives and updated their interaction point art. The visual effects for the center objective have been updated to better fit the setting. Interactable teleports have been added to increase variety of map pathing. We've made additional map adjustments, improving the removal of ramps, including the removal of ramps near player spawn points to avoid pre-game griefing. While Push is now live, we'll continue to monitor feedback and make adjustments to the game mode as needed to ensure it's as fun and competitive as possible. Thank you for your assistance in making Push come to life, and we'll see you in the Sunjiang backstreets very soon. Dude, holy freaking crap. Legendary gloves, basically a free Omni potion, bag slots, Push launching, and a group finder and open world fractal bosses. This is an insane amount of stuff that I was not expecting today. Okay. What else? We already watched the video. Okay, so now we've got this this other forum post. So there is some stuff here. Let me see what's in here. Let me see if there's anything in here that was not in what we just went over. At Mukluk, there was a second news post, by the way, but it's tiny in comparison. Well, sometimes it's not the size that matters. Let me see. Hold on a second. What is it? Is it this one? Stay cozy and warm with the Austral Mantle skin. Oh, the friggin' poncho. Yeah, I was gonna go over that. Okay, yeah. I did see the poncho in the store. Okay, we'll go over that. Stay cozy and warm with the Austral Mantle skin. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. The potion, the poncho from the Dark Souls Star Wars game. Grilling emote, that's in Black Lion chest. I saw that in game. Shade touched weapons. Yep, I'm standing next to the guy. I was gonna show those off. Okay. All right. So, Austral Mantle skin now available. Yep, so I could show that real quick. That is in game, and that is right here. Poncho. That's right there. And let's see. The days are getting colder as autumn approaches. Get ready to feel cozy and warm with a beautiful garment designed to allow freedom of movement. The pattern poncho is adorned with lovely details, and the undershirt is crafted with high-quality textiles. The Austral Mantle skin available for 400 gems. Dye the poncho pink. I don't need a poncho. Black Lion chest update, Seasoned Hunter chest. Inside each chest, you'll guaranteed to find a redeemable Black Lion statuette, mini green turtle hatchling, and 2 common items. You also have a chance to find something rarer in the 5th slot, including special items, glyphs, and skins within the Venom Bite weapon collection and the White Tiger weapon collection. The mini green turtle hatchling is a new mini to grow your collection. Use the Mystic Forge to combine the mini green turtle hatchling into different variants, such as mini blue, mini albino, and mini celestial. So that's the mini green, and that is the mini McDonald's Sprite. All right. Exclusive item / barbecue emote tome. Spend the rest of your late summer days cooking up delicious barbecue meals for all your friends. Type /barbecue /BBQ /grill in the chat to start your feast. The /barbecue emote tome is new, exclusive drop from Black Lion chest. And yeah, if you go into the game and you go to a Black Lion chest and preview it, you can see under Uncommon, it is a new thing, whereas before the Haunted Anchor was right there. Now Barbecue Tome is right there. Okay, and next up, Shade Touched Weapon Collection, Caressed by Darkness. These weapons are imbued with an ancient power harnessed by necromancers of ages past. Let their chilling metal and blue gloom guide you in battle. Each Shade Touched weapon skin can be obtained in exchange for 1 Black Lion claim ticket. So, over here is the Shade Touch weapon set. They're all 1 ticket each. Just to make showing them off faster, I'm going to use the wardrobe here. So we're going to type in Shade Dash and go through these real quick. So Shade Touched Schwad. You can see the smoke coming out of it. Hammer. Longbow. Short bow. Axe. Just to go back to sword for a second. So if I wield it, yeah, so it leaves trails behind them. So this weapon set leaves trails. All right. Dagger. Greatsword. Mace. Pistol. Oh, I like the glow right there. Rifle. Scepter. Staff. Focus. How? Okay, so you hold it like a angry pizza slice. Torch. Blue and black smoke. Warhorn. Shield. And spear. Alright, so that is the Shade Touched weapon collection. Going back over to the post. What's in... Oh wait, Sensational Storage Package returns. It's back. Pick up this valuable bundle and upgrade your account today. This package is available until September 23rd. It can only be purchased once per account, but don't worry. If you've purchased it before, you can obtain it again this time around. The Sensational Storage Package is 1,500 gems that contains the following items. Bag slot expansion, shared inventory slots, 20 slot Black Lion satchel, bank tab expansion, and material storage expander. What's in stock? We're getting ready to rotate some goodies on Friday, September 12th. These will be 20% off until September 26th. Check out some of our favorites like the Astral Scholar outfit, Miss Stranger outfit, Adventurous Cat outfit, Infused Samurai outfit, and Mage Knight outfit. Returning this week, free your artistic mind and design a whole new hero. From today until September 16th, character slot expansions are available at a 20% discount. Okay, lots of stuff going on there. All right, game update notes. So some of this will have already been covered by the blog post, but some of it will not. Like I immediately see changes to Mesmer right here. So let's go over this and just see what is different. Check out the achievements. Give me a minute. All right, September 9th release notes. Note to third-party programs, your add-ons are going to break. So just normal stuff. Fractal Incursion bonus event. The impact of the commander's adventures in Naos and Janthier has had repercussions across Tyria, but also in the mists beyond. Simmering distortions are beginning to erupt, ejecting monstrous creatures from the fractals of the mists into Tyria. The mysterious Mist Ranger calls for your aid with a plan formed alongside the Astral Ward to calm the mist. Join them in Lion's Arch to embark on an adventure into the fractals of the mist and across Tyria. Fractal Incursion is a new month-long event featuring the Fractals of the Mist, offering rewards to gear players up to start or further their fractal journeys. In addition to limited-time rewards from the Fractal Incursion achievement category, this update also adds a permanent series of incursive investigation achievements, which culminate in a legendary reward, Ikasia Mist Grasper Gloves. To earn the legendary gloves, you'll need to brave the new Fractal Quick Play mode and earn Fractaline Dust from completing Fractals and achievements. You'll be able to acquire Fractaline Dust at your leisure, but bonus dust is available from daily and weekly achievements during the Fractal Incursion event, so there's no time like the present. Fractal Incursion features a number of limited time rewards as you progress its central achievement, Fractal Incursion Champion, including a free set of rare quality equipment for adventurers who are just at level 80, a selection of exotic quality armor, weapons, and accessories, including the new Guild Captain's Cape. Bag slot expansions to help carry all that loot around, a new Ascended quality accessory, the Fractal Sheriff's Star, a legendary weapon starter key, Universal, available for the first time to help kickstart your journey toward any first-generation legendary weapon. The permanent incursive investigation achievements will guide you through the effort to stop the incursion attacks. During the Fractal Incursion event, each weekly reset will unlock a new section of the journey, including additional achievements to earn extra Fractaline Dust. So be sure to pace yourself as you complete milestones along the way. Your efforts will be rewarded richly in the event's third week or any time thereafter. So it's saying you don't need to just grind 1,000 fractals right now. You can wait for these special achievements to pop up and get a whole bunch of the dust then, if that's what you want to get. So incursive investigation achievements. Let me see if I go in here, achievements, search incursive. Incursive investigation. Okay. So it's under bonus events, incursive investigation, and there's a whole bunch of stuff here. And right here is Ikasia, Miss Grasper choice. And then right here, you get your choice of legendary gloves. So if I do medium ones, that's what they look like without the glowy things in them. Pretty slick. Okay. Oh man, they're legendary. Yeah, they're actually legendary. For any new players to the game, the big appeal of legendary gloves, they have the same, legendary anything has the same stats as Ascended gear. So if you've got Berserker's legendary gloves and Ascended Berserker's gloves, they will have the same stats. But legendary, you can change the stats anytime you want. So you can make them healing gloves, tanking gloves, DPS gloves, dot gloves, whatever. You can change them anytime you're out of combat. Also, you can take runes or sigils and pop them on or off without losing them and stuff like that. So this is pretty huge, but can't quite tell yet how long a project this is. Or anytime thereafter. The new legendary gloves, Ikasia the Mist Grasper, your first pair will be earned entirely through progressing the Working Together achievement and acquiring the gathering the required quantities of Fractaline Dust. So notice this says first pair. So that means when you get the gloves, you will pick, do you want light armor, medium armor, or heavy armor? Each of those applies to 3 classes. For example, heavy is Revenant, Warrior, Guardian. So you will pick which set of gloves you want. But it says your first pair, which means there will be a way to get more pairs. By continuing to complete Quick Play Fractals after earning Ikasia Mist Grasper, you'll be able to purchase a second and third pair of the gloves to protect characters of all 3 armor weights, although these will come at a higher cost. This is very similar to how raid legendaries work. When you're making raid legendaries, there are some achievements you do, and they give you a set of Ascended armor as a reward for the achievements. Then you do some stuff to upgrade that Ascended armor to legendary. So making your first set of legendary armor from raids is much cheaper than future sets because of the free Ascended set, which is one of the components before you upgrade it. If you then, let's say you take the free set and you make a full set of light armor and then you want to make medium armor, you have to craft the Ascended stuff the second time. So having the first one be cheaper is actually something that they already have a record of doing. Finally, you can purchase Agony Lens Infusions that lets you customize the glove's visual effects on each hand with a variety of color options to suit your personal style. So it doesn't say where to purchase the Agony Lens Infusions. I'm not sure. We'll find that out in time, I guess. Speak with a Mist Stranger and other allies in Lion's Arch for more details and guidance on where to direct your heroic efforts. If you'd prefer to take in the story without a crowd, the Lion Guard has set aside a nearby tavern for Fractal Incursion-related meetings where you can progress the Incursive Investigation achievement and read additional lore at your leisure. Just check near the Fractal entrance for a special instance entryway. The Fractal Incursion event will run for 1 month, ending on October 7th at noon Pacific time. 1 month. So, the Fractal Incursion event, does that mean if you don't finish the gloves in a month, you cannot finish them? It says the Fractal Incursion event ends with a month. Incursive Investigation is... I don't know. It's under bonus events. Historically, anything under bonus events is temporary. I do not know. The achievements are permanent. Okay. Okay, so they don't have to stress about time. All right. Okay, a lot of folks in my chat thinking you're not going to need to stress on time. I hope that is the case. Fractal of the Mist Quick Play Beta. All right, we read a little bit about this earlier. So alongside the event, you can use the Quick Play tool, blah, blah, blah. To use that, you go into the game, you click on Contacts, the top left, go to Looking for Groups, scroll down to Fractals, and in the 1 through 25 section, there's Find a Fractal Quick Play Group Beta. Oh, did you see that? I just saw a group appear, went ding, 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 and then it finished, and it just went off. Now, my thoughts on this. Fractals 1 through 25 are super easy. They also don't really require agony resistance. I am guessing that this does not care about if you have a healer. It does not care if you have quickness. It does not care if you have alacrity. I think it just goes 5 people, go. 5 people, go. I think it just fires them off. So we will see how that goes. Also, the Mist Ranger will protect you. If you're defeated, the Mist Ranger will revive you after a short delay. Special pocket waypoints have been distributed within the fractals, allowing you to teleport to the farthest waypoint your group has reached and catch up if you fall behind. If in some multi-hero challenges, the Mist Ranger will lend a hand to flip levers or stand on pressure plates. Adventurers will be shielded from the debilitating Cultist Hammer corruption in the Cliffside Fractal and provided with extra hammers for the group. Adventurers will resist the brutal cold in the Kinfall Fractal, even if they use up their life fire, and they can expend life fire to unlock doors even after the flames have run low. Okay, so this is cool. Basically, if you're a new player, these are all mechanics that are in various degrees annoying, right? They're challenging in different ways. And they're basically saying, we've turned the knob down on those so that you guys can just try to enjoy the Fractal for what it is without stressing about this stuff. Some Fractal challenges have also been adjusted at Tier 1. Check the Fractal section below for additional updates. All right. Open world incursions. While stopping the disturbance in the mist, our heroes will need to safeguard Tyria from the mist creatures spawned by incursions. New group events featuring notorious enemies from the Fractals of the Mist are permanently available in 4 areas. Permanently. Snowden Drifts, Diessa Plateau, Kessex Hills, and Brisbane Wildlands. These attacks occur on the hour in one of the areas, and the other 3 maps will contain a portal to transport you to the current active incursion. These events will award participants with achievement progress, a sampling of agony resistance infusions, and boosted event rewards. Check the Incursive Investigation achievements for detailed locations and join the battle. All right, so real quick, again, because this is aimed at new players, so I'm really going to spell this out. What is agony resistance? In Fractals, there is a system in place to, because there's 100 difficulties of Fractals. And when they released Fractals, they didn't want people just to go straight to 100. So there's a new stat that's in there called agony resistance. And basically, if you get hit by something and you don't have an agony resistance, it hurts way more. And the amount of agony resistance that each Fractal recommends increases the higher tier you go. Or the top one, you need like 150. Agony resistance potions and infusions are used to acquire that. So like you can use infusions, get to like 140, and then use a potion to break over 150, stuff like that. And this is some way to obtain those. Okay. Check the Incursive Investigation achievements for detailed locations and join the battle. Fractals. Added a Find a Fractal Quick Play Group Beta option to the Looking for Group panel under Fractal the Miss. Initiate scales 1 through 25. Added Food and Utility Service Golems outside the Fractal the Miss entrance in Lion's Arch. For a fee of 10 pristine Fractal relics. Ooh. Players can commission the golems to provide free... That's not free! You just paid for it! Or utility effects to their fellow players for 30 minutes. Okay. This is just muck advice. You can feel free to ignore this. I would say don't do this. It is easier to get coins, like gold in this game, than it is to get fractal relics. I would recommend you just buy whatever food you need off the TP. I would not do this. Now, if you are swimming in these things because you're already Fractal God, then this is nothing to you. Sure, do whatever you want, ignore me. It is my personal advice, though. It's free for the other 4 people. Yeah, yeah, it's free for everyone except Tony, Muck Tony. Yeah, I would just get whatever food buffs you need from the TP. Or a birthday cake, the free birthday cake buffs. I would not spend pristine Fractal relics on this. Ether Blade. In Tier 1, players who are defeated by energy traps will automatically be quickly revived from the down state. In Tier 1, Inquest Extinguishers no longer guard the energy trap area. Relocated the first console for turning energy traps off. Cliffside lowered the knockback distance of flame traps. And on the ramps. In Tier 1, the cadence of flame traps has been increased. Kinfall. Fixed an issue that could cause a small group to unintentionally run out of life force at the final door. Molten Boss. In Tier 1, falling off of the boss arena will now knock the player down and deal significant damage rather than instantly downing them. Urban Battleground. Increase the cooldown time and tracking time of enemy ballista, decrease their max health, and adjusted the targeting behavior. In Tier 1, they now also knock down instead of knocking back. Oh, sorry, they also now knock down instead of knock back. Urban Battleground increased the cooldown time of Siege Master Delphi's ballista repairs and fixed an issue that could cause ballistae to be repaired by other sources. Fixed an issue that caused Captain Ashim's Defiance bar to display text indicating that it also inflicts Defiance break when he is stunned. Wizard's Vault. In conjunction with the Fractal Incursion event and to refresh the Astral Rewards inventory slightly during the days until Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity, 4 extra items are available during the current season. 1 Infinite Mist Omni Potion. I highly recommend you get this. 3 Mystic Coin Vault Bags with 10 or more Mystic Coins each. 20 Lucent Crystal Vault Bags. 1 additional Lesser Essence of Gold. Player versus player. The Push game mode is now permanently enabled in custom arenas and unranked arenas, and will later be added to the regular schedule for off-season ranked and variety automated tournaments. Here's a quick overview of the new mode. Okay, so real quick here, if I go into the game and I click PvP, there's a checkbox here for if you're queuing for unranked, what do you want? There's Stronghold, there's Conquest, and there's Peach, and you can set this to however you want, and that's for unranked. That's unranked. If you play ranked, you're going to get Conquest. So that is the current state of affairs. A single capture point starts at the center of the map. When a team controls the point, it moves along a path toward the enemy's base. Reaching the enemy team's base with the capture point wins the game. If neither team reaches the enemy base within the time limit, the team that got the closest wins. In overtime period...
Look at me, I'm so curvy!
Hi, patrons. An overtime period will begin if the team that is currently losing controls the point when time expires, giving them one last chance to win the game. The capture point will move more quickly when catching up to your team's best piece. Jade consoles will periodically activate, allowing players to grant their team increased damage for a duration. A portion of this damage bonus will be granted permanently, and will stack each time a console is activated. Reminds me of the dragon in League of Legends. Outgoing healing barrier and boon duration, applied to other allies but not to yourself, are reduced on Push map. New achievements have been added for Push game mode. All right. Profession skills. Where's the Plushy link? I will give it to you. Oh my god, yeah, you believe we're gonna talk about that later. Blah. Mesmer. Mirage Dune Cloak. Increase the number of required clones from 2 to 3 in PvP only. Necromancer. Oh boy, here it goes. I did say earlier that almost every, like, game of push in the last beta, there was like 2 scourges on both teams. In my own personal experience, of course. I'm talking about the games I played. I did like 15 games, and in every one, there was 2 scourges on both teams. So, it looks like they're nerfing blood magic and stuff. Last Rites. Reduce the healing power bonus from 150, 300, 450 to 50, 100, 150 in PvP. Taste for Blood. Reduce the stacks granted by dagger skills with a cooldown from 3 to 2 in PvP. Lesser Mark of Blood. Reduced regen duration from 3 to 2 in PvP. Mark of Blood. Reduced regen duration from 4 to 2 in PvP. Sorry about that. Mark of Blood is Staff 2. Reduce the regen duration from 4 to 2 in PvP. Transfusion. Reduce the base healing from 280 to 200 and the healing power coefficient from 0.3 to 0.1. Reduce the vigor duration from Mark of Blood from 2 seconds to 1 second of vigor. Oh, dang. Don't go too crazy now. Scourge. Abrasive Grit. This trait now has a 5-second internal cooldown in PvP. Desert Empowerment. Reduce the healing power coefficient from 1.3 to 0.8 and the vigor duration from 2 seconds to 1 in PvP. Sandstorm Shroud. Reduce the pulse healing power coefficient from 0.65 to 0.32 and the detonation healing power coefficient from 1.3 to 0.64 in PvP. Revenant. Renegade. Legendary Renegade stance. This legend's skills no longer require a valid path to be cast. That's good. That's really annoying. Ice Razor's Ire. Increase the energy cost from 15 to 25 in PvP. So, valid pathing thing. Basically, a valid path, for those that don't play characters that have ever seen these error messages, essentially, if you're at point A and point B, let's say it's on a ledge, if you can walk there without pressing the jump button, the game has a path there. An NPC could walk up the ramp or the stairs or whatever. But if you have to jump to get there, there's not a valid path to reach it, okay? Like jumping on top of a barrel or things like that. So many skills, like a shadow step or teleport, will require a valid path to a targeted location. It doesn't matter if the path would go all the way around the flippin' map, but as long as there is one, you can teleport to that spot. If there's not a valid path there, you can't teleport there. The fact that the legendary renegade stance, which summons the little ghost chars, was requiring a valid path was preventing them from summoning those guys in places that they couldn't teleport to, even though they weren't trying to teleport to. So it kind of a silly thing to be there in the first place. I think that's a good change. Ice Razor's Ire. Increase the energy cost from 15 to 25 in PvP only. Thief. Lead attacks or lead attacks. English. Fixed an issue that caused certain weapon attacks to grant beneficial effect stacks from this trait even when it was not equipped. Late notes. Let me do a refresh here. The vendor offering extra copies and infusions related to the Icacia Mistgrasper gloves after completing the Incursive Investigation achievement will also offer a one-time trade for players who have obtained an extra Infinite Mist Omni Potion. The Infinite Mist Omni Potion purchased from the Wizard's Vault can be traded for a Fractaline Spark, which is used in the vendor's other trades. Huh. I'm very curious to see what else we could trade it for. As mentioned, if you got an Infinite Mist Omni Potion before today, it was one of 2 things. There's a very, very rare item that drops in Fractals. You might see it once in a year. Maybe. And you could trade it for a few different things. There's some cosmetic things, and there's the infinite potions. Once you get all the infinite potions, you can combine them in the Mystic Forge to make the infinite Omni Potion. And then, it's fantastic. So getting one of these for 1,000 AA it's a steal. That's amazing. So there's definitely going to be some people, I don't really care that much, but there's definitely going to be some people that are like, oh my god, I spent a year of my life and so much gold to get the Omni Potion, and now they're just giving it away. How dare they, right? Similar thing they did when they did the Legendary Armory. So I think this is supposed to be them throwing a bone to the people that worked really hard to get an Omni Potion, and now it's kind of a freebie. Not a freebie, but it's compared to what it was, it's a freebie. So this is them throwing a bone to the people that worked really, really hard to get one in the past. Hey. Chip says hi. Profession skills. Revenant Herald, Facet of Chaos, fixed an issue that allowed the skill to be reactivated immediately after using Chaotic Release. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think that's everything. I was not expecting so much. He's using his scratching post. Much destruction. Okay, so that is all of this stuff. We got Black Line stuff, we got these notes, we got the group finder, we got a new legendary thing, we got Fractal bosses running around the world, we got Pish. I think that is it for the Guild Wars 2 news. So now we have come to the disgusting shilling part of our segment here. For those that don't know, I released a video this morning. It wasn't a Guild Wars 2 news video, so you may not have clicked on it. Where we have got, once again, a project of mine is hitting the mainstream. We got plushies. I'm just gonna show it. There we go. There is an awesome commercial for it. I'm not gonna play it here because it's got its own video. But these little guys are available if you're interested in them. And they got potion bottle. The potion bottle's Velcro. It's red and green for the 2 channels. The hood can be adjusted, and you can move it around as much as you want. And this little guy is a Mukluk minion. There's tons of these things in the Muck lore. They help me maintain the channels and stuff like that. If you are interested in them, they are currently available. Trying to get my dark thing to work. I will have a link to this in the description down below. They are purchasable for 21 days, and then they will produce all of the ones and ship them out. Unless we sell less than 200. If we sell less than 200, then they just refund everybody. But as long as we break the 200 line, then everybody gets them around Christmas time. So if you are interested in getting one of these, then there is going to be a link to it down below, and I will be mentioning it from time to time over the next 3 weeks. This is just another fun project I did. Still waiting on permission to make more Guild Wars 2 plushies, but this one I didn't need anybody's permission because this one's mine. So if you're interested in that, the link is down below. And if you're not, well, I thank you for putting up with my shilling. But that is it for today's news that I know of. Is the legendary available right now? Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, you need to start grinding for it. But it is there if you're interested. And I'll have a link to everything down below. And as always, if you got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, put them in the comment section. And I will fight you there. I almost clicked the stop streaming button, chat. I almost did it again. Let me show you something. Look. Streaming, recording. Start and stop are right next to each other. And I almost was like, I'll fight you there. End stream. I almost did it. It was close, you guys. It was close. Because I was ending the stream like 10 times. Yeah, dude. Recording while streaming. It's right there. It's right there. Okay. Let me move this guy over here. All right, hello. Oh, we're down to the dregs, huh?
Sorry.
Appreciate it. By the way, your nose okay?
Cold?
Okay. Just I heard you playing the song of your people for the first like 2 minutes of the news video. So I was like,
sorry.
No, it's just I was like, wow, is she like really sick? Okay. Get well soon. Okay. Chad, I was trying to talk over her because mainly like I didn't care, but I knew that she would get embarrassed if she saw that she was in the video. But like during the first like minute or two of the recording, like you could, she was blowing her nose. I was like, oh no. What is the dregs? Oh, the end pieces. I got a sandwich made with end pieces. So I said we're down to the dregs. That just means we gotta get another loaf of bread. The song of your people, yeah. Yep. Miss Mug got the flu. Oh, she's got a runny nose right now. Not really anything beyond that. Okay, so let me click a few buttons on Twitch here just to start processing this footage because it's going to take a while. Give me just a second here. So is this? Because after I tell it to start this, it might take like a half hour or something. If you toast the bread, I don't really want a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Marker. All right. Hello, okay, Guild Wars, and I will fight you there. All right, there we go. Okay, so GW2 News 9925. That's 9925 for the Europeans. Publish. Okay. And save. All right, so that is processing. All right, so that's just gonna need some time. Muck, check out the LA Fractal NPC. Okay. Dude, I was not expecting to do a 40-minute news video today. Lines Arch. All right. Canada also uses correct dates. Well, I think a majority of the world uses correct dates. USA is just special. Year, month, day, superior format. I mean, look. I'm an American, but even I can say that year, month, day, or day, month, year makes the most sense. Month, day, year is kind of silly, but here we are. Day, year, month, just to confuse people. Hang on. Oh my god, the Jade Golems. Token trader. Incursion armor token. Oh wow. Okay. Incursion weapon tokens. Okay. Wait, what? We're trying to get every adventurer with the strength to handle it equipped to help in the fractals. If you need a full set of rare gear, I've got a crate with your name on it. Wait. Oh, they just give it to you. Wow. Medium starter gear chest. Alright. I mean, it's rare, but... Oh, wow, I got some skin unlocks. Wow. Yeah, so it might not be the stats you want, but... And then you could pick some weapons. It's kind of neat. Can it be salvaged for ectos? Probably. Dude, I really didn't have these skins. Oh no, did I double click that weapon? No, I just ruined my whole set. Damn it. Okay. You asked if we could sell... Or salvage the yellow stuff. Let's see. Let's sell that. Sell that. Where is the yellow stuff? There. Okay. Salvage all yellows. Oh no. Nope. It's skipping it, Charmon. It's skipping them. So I'm gonna have to delete all of these. At least I got some skins out of it. Imagine this lady who just gave me this box of equipment. I'm just like breaking it all right in front of her. Throw the scraps at her face. They don't like you using free equipment to get mounts, I guess. Alright, what else we got? I need motivation?
When you're doing serious research, good help is hard to find. But I need good help. You see, we've turned fragments of history from the Aether into solid places. My crew calls them fractals. They exhibit some unpredictable behavior. We've sent teams in before, but they don't always come out. Maybe you can be of service. Simply enter the fractals and make them safe enough for us to do our research. It's unclear precisely what you'll face. Perhaps a few anomalies, but nothing of concern. The work may not be easy, but like my mentor always said, never waste a golem when you can use a volunteer. Especially when it's mutually beneficial. If you make it back in one piece, you get to keep what you find, and my crew gets knowledge. But I'm not worried. I know you can handle it.
I don't remember the Swamp Lord being that big. Oh no, Char down! Oh, then the Char died. This is amazing. Is the cutscene new? Mm-mm. It was old.
Make it quick.
Show me the achievements. Speak with gathered allies to hear the plan. Hold on. Wait, what? Oh, these guys? Okay. If I'm gonna make a guide on the legendary gloves, probably need to record all this. How dare they make more legendaries for me to work on? Here to help with the Fractal incursion. The Lion Guard have reserved a nearby tavern for meetings if you'd prefer a private setting to plan. Okay. I need to unpause the alerts. Thank you, Hockey. Appreciate that. Thank you for coming to the aid of the Miss Interior hero. I will assist in any way I can. I'm ready to proceed. What's the next step? Alright. Complete a Fractal the Miss in quick play mode. By clearing fractals and combating the effects of the incursion's interior, you can restore stability to the boundary between worlds. To hasten this, we have prepared a new entryway to the Mist. A new entryway? Yes, the Fractal's quick play entrance will match you with groups of like-minded heroes. To ensure success, I will also endeavor to lend what aid I can to you and your allies. Sounds good, let's get to it. 20-slot fractally stitched pouch. Yo, I already got the 20-slot bag! Okay, yo, if any of y'all are still young enough accounts that you can use 20-slot bags, this was really easy. I had to talk to 2 people. Okay. Notes on the Mist Stranger. After being called to collaborate on the Fractal Incursion cleanup, I spent some time researching our enigmatic ally, the Mist Stranger. They have appeared to aid the Wayfinder in several instances, most notably the Mist disturbance involving Scarlet Briar's twisted marionette construct. See attached records. However, it appears that a request from Sgarin himself has placed more detailed information at the highest level of secrecy. I will briefly enumerate the key points available. The Mist Stranger appears to be a unique entity born of the mist, humanoid in appearance but alien in biology. They inhibit an extremely strong familiarity with their native environment, but their actions suggest that they are primarily concerned with Tyria, and their goals are aligned with astral wards. They consistently cultivate allies among Tyria's citizens and offer assistance rather than direct intervention. After careful consideration, the astral ward does not categorize this mist being as an intruder to Tyria, This is a highly atypical case, and I can only speculate that the wizards have context I am not privy to that marks the stranger as an unquestionable ally. Signed, Field Archivist Searly. What's up, Frody? Always a pleasure, Wayfinder. How can I help you? Let's talk about the Fractal incursion. I'll relay what I understand from the ward's investigators. In short, the fractals generated here Lion's Arch have been destabilized by recent events, both the Cryptus and Janthier conflicts. What's our next step? Here's a list of hotspots. When trouble looms, you'll want to be able to jump in quick with the Waypoint network, so this ahead-of-time legwork is crucial. Show me. I mean, it's like on the hour right now. Let's see if one is up right now. What is this I'm hearing about legendary gloves? There's legendary gloves. Travel to locations. Oh, I just have to go to all 4 locations? Oh, shoot, that's easy. Alright, Caledon. It dies incredibly fast. No. Are the legendary gloves light armor, or can you choose? You choose. You can get them multiple times. You choose which armor weight you want. Alright, that's 2 out of 4 done. How good is the Infinite Mist Omni Potion? Insanely good if you're doing fractals. Like, must have. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think I just got some dust. Did I? Did it go into my wallet? Where did it go? It says it gave me 5 fractaling to automatically consume to grant fractal incursion achievement progress. Oh, you don't store it. And a small amount of karma. Okay. Alright. Sorry I ate the dust, yeah. Yep. Let's see, so earn dust by completing quick play fractals and fractal achievements. So there's tokens to get gear. There's a bag slot. More tokens, there's another bag slot. There's another 20 slot bag. There's a accessory. And the legendary weapon starter key. And that's just do 1 in quick play. Let's do 10 in quick play. Okay. Alright, so to get the gloves, you gotta do the investigation. And my next step is to do a quick play. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Hang on, I need a drink. How easy is the event? At a glance, it's not bad at all. You're doing tier 1 fractals, so most of us would just blast through them. Like, you'd be going there with 5 people, and even if you're new, there's a high chance that someone else in the party will know what's going on and be able just to destroy it. Plus, you'll have the Mist Ranger helping, too. It's crazy this update came out of nowhere. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You might have to go pursue for a few days of streaming, though. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely got a lot to do today, though. For sure. Did he show the new cape? Yes. We saw the cape. Alright. I do have something else here to go over. Hang on, this is gonna take a minute. We're gonna record this one too. Give me a minute. Some of you have been asking me a lot to do this. Where is... Alright, I'm gonna pause the alerts again. Okay. Alright. I have gotten... let me go into YouTube mode here. Okay. I have gotten around 40 messages saying, Muck, have you seen Heisen's new video? You're in it. And I've been linked a clip of it, and I know, like, I know that I go, oh, in it at some point. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I have gotten just so many messages. I finally sent Heisen a message. I slid into his DMs. I was like, dude, can I just be a scumbag and do react content to your video? Because I'm getting so many messages asking me to watch it. And he's like, yeah, man, it's fine, go. And he's like, maybe skip the ending bit, but yeah, you can watch it. So I was like, all right. So this is Lord Heisen's video on the Elite Specializations beta. Now, for those who don't know him, Heisen is another content creator. He is, his claim to fame is he makes builds that let you solo things that you are not supposed to be able to solo. He loves memes, he's a very funny guy, and he loves soloing raid bosses and big open world legendary bosses and things like that. And if you want builds that just do that, he's your guy. Now, I, of course, did my own videos on the Legendary Beta. I did one for each of the classes here. But as far as what he did, I don't know. But usually he finds something really broken and overpowered, unless it's just not possible. Let's see what he did. Thanks to his patrons. Man of culture.
Today we release the beta for the new Elite Specializations.
The beta.
We are excited to see everyone's feedback about them. And of course, where there is a new beta, there will be...
Beta.
And heroics, adventure and excitement.
Troubadour.
Wow! Shit. No! No! Off!
This is a Skyrim mod!
That's what you get.
Dude, where did you even find this crap? Now, I only played Troubadour as a support healer. I didn't even try killing things with it. He's just aggressively hitting a tambourine in this thing's face repeatedly. Dude, the circles are easier when you're alone. When there's not 200 of them around you. When you say support healer, it doesn't do any damage at all? No, I said I played it as a support healer. Like, I joined groups and I was their healer. And I wasn't focused on doing damage. Road to El Dorado. Y'all heard about Jenna?
foe alike. The Paragons
Paragon.
are pillars of protection, channeling their...
I know exactly what meme that's from. Hold on. Oh my god, where was it? There was a guy that retweeted it. Ah, found it. There's a guy on their subreddit that made this. The antiquary, just random BS go like Moon Knight. The me and the boys with the ritualist and then the screamy paragon.
Let me see your war face. Sir!
Oh no.
War face? Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit. You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face.
Dude, I knew it. As soon as I saw Full Metal Jacket, I'm like, this is where he used the moan. I know it. Hold on. I was gonna go.
Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit. You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face.
That's good. Hang on a sec. We used that same meme. Let me see if I can find it. It was in the heel blade. It was in the heel blade sworn video. Let me see. Search blade sworn. What's this one? DPS. Is it heal quick? I think it was this one. Dude, so many people hated this video. Okay.
Hey everyone, Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew Reginald
right here.
Cooldown makes them heal others and also gives us a boost to our healing power.
Hey, let me see your real war face. Ah!
In discipline, war.
It's a great scene. Oh, the frog inverted brink.
Long practiced in Panther,
Ritualist.
Ritualists summon forth spirits from the mists, granting boons and sowing chaos on the battlefield.
A command word, huh? Arise.
Oh, good. Wait, was that the solo leveling? Hold on a second.
Arise.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, the guy basically becomes a necromancer in this scene. Alright, so he's doing this all minions.
Nice.
I'm actually wondering if the minion thing was kind of for the memes or if they're actually helping. Ooh, his health. His health again. The minion meme's funny. I don't know how much they're helping him.
Are you finally ready for me to awaken you?
I will send you to Jesus.
The guy with the shoe. That's like a tier 3 meme. You need to understand a few different layers before that. I guess the one good thing about the minions is he's spending a lot of time in Ritualist Shroud, and so he's still getting some value out of his utilities while he's in it. Whee!
Mysterious entity is at play.
Conduit.
Raza has been watching Tyria from the mists.
A lot of people didn't like Conduit.
Assume different
Let's see what he was able to make out of it.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
Are you sure about that?
He's just gonna make fun of it, isn't he? The JoJo Pillarmen are the other specs? Convert 8% damage to healing. Passively keeps all boons active. Alright, so even he couldn't make it work. Alright.
Graceful warriors from the royal houses have emerged.
Okay, I know what I need to fix when this is done.
That's easier. Jacaranda. Oh, the pet's off-tanking for him. I see it. He's using it to draw aggro. He's doing bare boba with a plant. Antiquary! Here we go.
Of the past. All right for the picking. A collector of sorts.
I have no idea what anime this is. He had a lot of crap in that bag. The God of High School. Oh god, no, I haven't seen that one. Antiquary peak performance self-destruct. He's just backdrafting the cannon over and over.
First time.
Evocation was a veiled practice among Norn shamans, but the spirits of the wild have encouraged them to share this.
I'm guessing he's just gonna spam fire like everybody else did.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm. Oh, yeah,
Isn't that the old man from Bleach? I'm looking at those burning stacks. We're 20. 30. You used that one before? Yeah, I think it might have been when he did the Pistol Guardian during the weapon specs in Soto. I think he might have used that meme there. Still funny though. Trying to see the damage of the burning ticks. I think they're like 20k per tick going off the top of them. They 10 to 20k bouncing around.
Rising from the ashes of the Char Civil War.
I'm waiting to see. Was he gonna do amalgam? Okay, there is an amalgam section.
Iron and flame.
I'm waiting to see what he does because amalgam. Even I, who had no idea what I was doing, was getting bouncing between 40 and 60k on amalgam. It was stupid.
Technological and magical sensibilities to harness radiant flame to back and forth and
What? Personal thoughts, pretty boring. Takes forever to kill something in open world. Took more than 5 minutes to kill this champion.
And what does that make ketchup?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Well, apparently we need to do a lot of nerfs and some buffs to some of the elite specs. At least we made sure that the new Thief elite spec is absolute garbage, because it broke the game in every beta. Wait, where is the amalgam?
Watch his face. Wait, I'm here again? Oh wait, no, this is the slime time thing.
Right now, it is slime time.
Dude, I remember I tweeted that. Dude, when Cal made that face, I put that on Twitter. I was like, what the hell is this? Insanely strong. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. It will be nerfed 100%. Oh, dude, the Balthazar hero point. This one's really high damage. He's just standing in the fire, too. Like, this is a really high-end hero point. What is that anime with the slime person? All will become goo. The legendary Jin. Ragna the Crimson. That's the name of the anime? Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that one. Respawn sound.
I guess we have a lot of work to do before the official release. Thank you for testing the beat.
Okay, so he, real quick, so Heisen told me the ending section is sad and said don't play it on stream, so I'm gonna respect his request there. If you want to see it, I'll link the original video down below. The TLDR is he currently has a bug that is making it to where he is unable to purchase Visions of Eternity. And if he can't get it, then this is his last Guild Wars 2 video. I did the only thing within my power beyond a normal player, which is I pinged ArenaNet and I said, hey, this guy's got a glitch. You know, I don't know if you guys can help him. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope that they could fix it, but focusing on this video, which is what he wanted me to do, this was hilarious. Aizen, you did a great job with it. Especially this part. Peak editing. Wonderful. And once again, if any of you are, players of Guild Wars 2 and you've never seen his content, I'll plug him down below. His stuff is really funny. He's a great guy. All right. I would assume the glitch was ANET gave him a copy. That is not the thing. The thing is, right now, he cannot log into his account on the ArenaNet website. So he can't buy it, and even if someone gifts it to him, he can't activate the key. So that is what's going on. Now, I don't know if his account got flagged or something. Like if, he's been very naughty. I don't know what they think he did or what he did. I have no idea. But Muk, show us your war face. Oh! There you go. It was never called that until now. It takes groups to kill that boss. Probably talking about the Balthazar boss. Yeah, the Balthazar boss is a challenge for sure. The fire is often too intense for people, and they use like jump mushrooms to go to a higher elevation and wait for the fire to fade out and then drop back down. He did too much damage and did an integer overflow. I don't know about that. Apparently someone got that bug back in the hot days and it took years to fix it. Oh, wow. New meme. Muk, show me your war face. Oh, man. 36 plushies and counting. 36 people with good taste. Chat, get you a plushie. They're pinned to the top of the chat. Get you one. Why am I back here? I thought I was in Lion's Arch. Back here. I'll try to click through. Muk, what preset do you use as a base face for your Asura? I was trying to get the black wide eyes, but no success. Pupils. Max size. Yeah, the pupil black, pupil max size. Slider all the way to the right. All right. Let's see. So. All right. All right, I'm joining a quick play. Another Fractal Rush event. Oh no, this one's way better, Cyro. They're giving out legendary gloves in this one. Wait, what? Yep, legendary gloves, group finder, push is out today. Yeah, today was pretty big, apparently. Was not expecting it. I'm trying to remember the, say, Sanctuary. Okay. Alright. Keep going. Hey there. Hi, Brett! No! Ah! Muck down! Oh god, where am I? Oh my gosh, the wombo combo. Pocket waypoint activated. Boop. Mislock. Displaced researcher. Give me a hammer. It's like so quiet in here. %. Alright, broke it. Away we go! I thought the hammer had buffed the damage to you. They removed it for tier 1 fractals. This is a tier 1 fractal. They made changes to tier 1s to make it easier for people to get started on them. Alright, other side. I wonder if they'll make this system for raids. I mean, they could. Alright, back to the other side. All I heard was free loot, so I'm sold. Other side again. Ordered plushie. Yo, Zio, thank you! Other side again. Can you use the event to also start work on the legendary Fractal backpack? Yeah. Yeah, you can. A lot of the legendary Fractal backpack is just getting resources. Oh, shoot. Couldn't get to him in time. And you can just get those by doing fractals, yes. Is it the other side? I think it's the other side. Suddenly music! Alright, the fire traps. I'm scared, I'm waiting. Oh, waypoint activated. Here we go. Alright, got the hammer. Where's the dude? Okay, he dropped the hammer again. Yoink. Bonk. Oh, it's kind of funny. Picking up the hammer and then him stealing it counts as a weapon swap for me. So it's actually screwing up my weapon swap traits. They put waypoints. In tier 1 they did. Cliffside done. Do a thing done. Got some dust, got some dust, got some dust. Complete 3 fractals at quick play. Quick play. Earn some dust, earn some dust, earn some dust. Earn some dust. Discover agony torn gloves in a fractal. Okay. Tier 1 cliffside. Complete fractals in quick play. Complete 1 fractal in quick play. Earn some dust, earn some dust, earn some dust. Alright, I'm gonna exit the Lion's Arch and look at the boxes we got. There's a fractal event happening. Mm-hmm. And there's legendary gloves. Alright, so wait, no, what are you, yo, tried to abduct me. Holy crap, I said exit the Lion's Arch. Alright, incursion accessory token. Fractal initiates chest. What? It told me I found like agony gloves or something. Discover the agony torn gloves in a quick play fractal. Yeah, I don't see them. Where are they? You said exit the Lion's Arch? Okay. Talk to the Miss Stranger, they don't exist. They don't exist? Okay. Bring the agony torn gloves to the Miss Stranger. Complete the incursive investigation first recursion achievement and wait until fractal incursion week 1 ends. So I need to get 125 more dust, which basically means do more fractals, do more quick play fractals. Okay. Alright. Are all things being consumed without explaining how they're getting consumed? Do players not gonna understand? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Sent you in Discord as well. What? Okay. Sorry, give me a second. I'll have to figure that out later. I don't know what's going on. This person's trying to contact with me, and I was totally okay with that, but I'm not seeing any of their messages. They're saying there's something... I can see this LG working, but it still runs into the problem of assigning roles. Well, the thing is, Tier 1 Fractals... Dude, calm down on the trumpets. Tier 1 Fractals are so easy, you don't really need boons or a healer or anything like that. So it's not that bad. Now, if it was like Tier 4, it might be an issue. Sorry, I was going hard on the trumpet, dude. Yeah, I know. Miss Stranger has a creepy voice. What if the Miss Stranger is just our character from the future? In my case, he got taller. Why am I not instantly in there? I think it joked. Alright, let's try again. What? Did you just join me to a group and then kick me out of a group? Did you guys see that? Okay, there we go. Alright, I mean, it's a beta. Yeah. It took a couple tries. It's like, you want this group? Too bad. Oh gosh, where are we? This is one of the Molten ones. Molten Furnace. Someone in this group just went, Mukluk? We have star power. How do I spell? Oh, I would type it in chat right now, chat. Comanchic says it's spelled No, I don't think it's spelled Mukluk happy noises. You know what? That might actually be the closest so far. Just emote Mukluk happy noises. Arnold, is that you? Every pizza comes with pepperoni and 9mm bullets on it. I will come to your house. Maybe I will give you pizza. Maybe I will break your arm. Didn't know Muck was Austrian. Me neither. Tell them they're on stream, don't fail. Lloyd says I think you should do it like this. Ah, ooh, ah. Probably because the queue system doesn't check for quick lack healers. It just throws 5 together. So tier 1 is a good test. I really wish people didn't care about Quick Alive 24/7. Yeah. The problem is they're too strong, right? Like, it's just, they're... Wait, what? I wish I could have stayed like that. Well, that was like 4 minutes. That was much faster than Cliffside. That was way faster than Cliffside. So the quick plays are pretty much pew pew reduced effects. Yeah, I mean, they're tier 1 fractals. 2, on top of them being tier 1, they made tier 1s easier today in various different ways. So, but you get the fractaline dust, which is used for getting those ledgy gloves. So I think it was at 25. So I think I went from 25 to 36 from that one. Is this today only? No, it's an event going. To get the legendary gloves acquisition is forever, but this there's like a 3-week event. This is 2 events happening at the same time. Is the dust a currency? It is a currency, but it's instantly consumed when you get it. So you go to these achievements to see how much you have. It's stored here. It's not stored in your wallet. I think I got time for one more. Nice. Is there a limit to dust gain? Doing a quick play fractal gives you some, and then doing the non-repeatable achievements gives you a big pile. Mug, look for the troubleshooter badge in this one. Eh? In the tunnel on the right-hand side. One of the achievements needs badges. Troubleshooter badge? Recover the lost troubleshooter badges in specific locations in Fractals of the Mist. Volcanic. So there's 4 of them. Okay. Troubleshooter badges. We don't need those sneaking badges? I think we do. I need one more. This guy might have the last one if it doesn't hit the thing there. Now, I know the normal Fractal thing is to jump off the cliff, but since they redesigned this, let's go the... Wait, what? Why? Why did it just say destroy the imbued? I was spinning around like, wait, does he have a phase too? I know the waypoint's activated. It's been so long since I did not take the shortcut. I'm like, wait a minute, what's the path here? We're following you, Mukluk. Oh, don't do that. Bonk, 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 bonk. GG. Okay, so we beat another one. Let's leave the group. Following Muk, can't say it's disaster free. Yeah, that was their first mistake. Muk doesn't trust the healer, he still uses Protect Me. I mean, I'm basically providing my own quickness, most of the boons on the group. I got a stun break. I mean, it's fine for this. This is my open world build. Okay, hold on. What else did I get? 3 fractals was 10 bonus dust. 10, so 10 fractals is 20 bonus dust. We're 51 out of 150. So yeah, probably in like an hour of the evening stream of doing just quick play could knock out the first week's thing. It's pretty cool. And of course, I don't need the gloves, but you know, I try to have a guide for every legendary in the game, so now I've got one more that I need to make. Destroy world bosses and major... Oh. Huh. Fire Ellie, Jungle Worm, Shadow Behemoth, Spawn your Chief gives 10 bonus dust. Chasing Shadows. Open World ones is 10 dust. I was leaving the Fractal. Funny to meet a random famous person in the event. Famous person. Good run, buddy. GG. I'm just a nerd who made some videos. Complete specific fractals in quick play by selecting them. Lost troubleshooter badges. So I have to get those badges there. Interesting. What is the dust for? Legendary gloves. Right here. You need the dust to check off some boxes. Where was the volcanic badge? from the beginning of it, when you're running down the tunnel where the boulder is, the flaming boulder's chasing you, it's on the right-hand side. Was it just released? Yes, today. Like 2 hours ago, Crysan. I'm trying to find a Norn with the Colossal Greatsword skin in game, but I can't find one. Colossal Greatsword? The big slab? Yeah, I can't help you there. I don't have any Norns on my account currently. Okay. Cool. All right. Chats, with that, I think I'm about out of time. So, gonna play myself out here. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Hope you had fun. I did. This was an unexpected gem of a patch day. I was not expecting Push to come back and be done. I wasn't expecting this whole event with like the legendary gloves and stuff like that. This is pretty neat. They clearly put some time into it, and from what I've seen so far, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, you know, usually like, you know, Fractal Rush and PvP Rush, stuff like that, I usually don't even participate in those because I've just done them so many times. But this is pretty neat. Oh yeah, the free Omni potion, yeah. Well, I say free, it's free compared to the fact that it used to take like 300 hours of gameplay to unlock. So the fact that it's just here now, like, get that while it's there before it leaves. I don't know if that goes to Legacy later on or what the deal is there, but that is insane that is there. That is absolutely insane compared to its old price tag. But yeah, as always, chat, thank you for joining me today. I hope you had fun. If you happen to be new, hit the follow button on Twitch, subscribe if you're on YouTube. These are links to my 2 YouTube channels. These are our wonderful patrons. Special thanks to them. I thank them every day. I couldn't do what I do without them. And lastly, I'm going to plug this periodically of the next week. A reminder that the, hold on, I'll grab the right tab here. The Mukluk Minion Plushie is now available. If you like what you see here, this little guy is available and can be yours by around Christmas time. And it is available in the store. I am going to link it in the chat right now. Hey, Essence, what's up, Gerard? Hope you're doing good. I'm going to link it right now. If any of you are interested in supporting this, as long as we sell at least 200, which right now we're more than on track to do that, everyone will, you know, get what they ordered. If we sell less than 200, then everyone would get a 100% refund. That's just the minimum for this website to do its thing. But I'm really happy with it. It came out really good. And yeah, so if you're interested, then there's a link. And if you're not, then thank you for listening to me shill. With all of that said, let me find someone to raid on the Twitch side of things so we can still support the Guild Wars 2 section. And for those interested, I will personally be back later tonight. Let's see who we got. Peachy is live. Peachy is another one of the partners. She's a super nice person. I enjoy her work. I will give her a raid. I will see you guys over there. And if you want to hang with me, I will be back later this evening in about 5 hours. All right, see ya.
Stuff, the rewards. The rewards.